I mean, they had like 100 car pileup because of they had ice out there and they're not used to the ice and all the cars would just slide. There's a video of like this girl driving by, like right there, just watching these
Oh,
fucking trucks. This shit
yeah,
was
the truck
insane.
wreck. I saw
Yeah,
that. Yeah, was it? I didn't know where that was at.
yeah, it was somewhere in Texas. They just weren't prepared. All of a sudden, there was ice there, and they just lost their minds.
Oh man, yeah, they moved from Vegas to DC, and then because of COVID, his job sent him to Austin. He'd been even been into DC for like 2 months or 3 months. They just celebrated Christmas, and he was told, "Yeah, now we got to pack up and move to Austin after moving across the country."
Better
And I was like,
and you think going to places like Texas and stuff, at least you know, oh, it's not going to be any snow, no ice. But yeah, nowadays you never know where it's going to snow.
well, snow up here is weird because everyone tells me this because I've only lived up here for the snow. Is we get a wet snow and then it'll freeze, and so in the morning all you have is like a thick, like a 4 or 5 inch layer of ice,
Yeah,
and it lasts for days.
yeah, that happens here too. Like you can get like and you don't even realize it, like all that ice that's under the fucking snow. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I drove taxi and driving taxi in the snow. I can't drive in the snow now. I get anxiety attacks.
oh,
I
I
was
love it.
driving down a hill and I did a complete 160, missed cars by just feet, and they kept going straight. And I'm like, I'm going home. I'm not doing this anymore.
Dude, that is the best time. I drive a Honda Fit most days, and it's a 5-speed. And that thing, I can whip that shit in the snow like it's nothing. It's hilarious. I love the snow. That's when you have the most fun, especially once you start doing those 360s and 180s, and you know how to control them and fishtail
Yeah.
and stuff in the snow. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that ruined me when I did that. When I went going down that hill, man. It wasn't even a steep hill, but it was just thinking, oh, I'm gonna hit somebody. You know? Oh man, it just ruined me. I can still drive it if I have to. I just prefer not to.
Dude, my father was born and raised in Boston, right? And he told me a story like when he first got down to Atlanta, because he moved to Atlanta back in the 80s, like the early 80s. And he was talking about one day they actually had gotten snow there. So he's coming down this hill and he's like, you know, I'm a Bostonian. I can drive in this shit. He's watching, he's making fun of everybody else, like, oh, these fucking Georgians, they Southerners, they can't drive in this snow, blah, blah, blah. What he didn't realize was they don't treat the roads and stuff like they do here. So there's no salt, there's no sand, there's nothing. So as he's driving, he does exactly the same thing everybody else does, slides down this hill like fishtailing, fucking the car goes to the side, and he almost hits some shit. And he called me, he's like, yeah, man, it's a whole different experience than what I thought it was. I was like, huh? What did you think? What the fuck? Like, you're in a different place. It doesn't flow the same, you know?
I was driving out in the boonies, and they had sanded, and the snow was going away, and I slid through an intersection. No one was there. It was really early in the morning, but the guy driving was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's the sand, man." It just got me.
Mr. Sandman. Anybody in the chat? Most of you guys, I can't even see the chat because I have the new one of the new cameras hooked up. So you're in the distance. So I sent them fucking invites. Y'all want to talk to me? Bring your asses in the room, okay? Any strangers, you just have to kind of get your feet wet, look around, get to know you. Then eventually you can join the conversation. Just want to make sure you're not spies. You know what I'm saying? You might be the bad guys. You might be part of the dark cabal. But yeah, Keats, Cool Whip, you guys you should have invites. If you don't, if Jonas, if you see one of them say I didn't send it, let me know, please.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
I'm also over here trying to roll a fucking blunt. Jolly, you should have one too. All you motherfuckers, check your invites.
Jolly, I haven't smoked yet today.
This is my first smoke of the day too, son.
I made a salad last night. I have 6 different varieties. I took one hit of that and I was out. I was like, oh, I'm done. So I'm not hitting that for a while.
Dude, occasionally I smoke like fucking roach blunts with crush up the roaches with the weed just because there's so many different kinds of roaches in there, and I'll get high as fuck, and you can't identify where it came from. Like, I don't know what fucking weed was that. Like, you know what I'm saying? What salad was that?
I did it. My buddy that grows, he had 5 different varieties, and he goes, I got 4 varieties. Come over. And I'm like, all right. And he's showing to me, and I go, all right, well, give me a quarter of each. He goes, I got 5. Well, give me a quarter of that too, and don't charge me anymore. And he goes, all right.
Hey,
this is my tattoo artist, and the funny thing is, he didn't smoke for years because he smoked moldy weed back in the day and thought he was allergic. He said it just fucked him up. He had to go to the hospital. He couldn't breathe and all this stuff. And he was like, I guess I'm allergic. And he has really bad back pains and really bad ADHD. I mean, I've been at the tattoo shop where it took him like 3 hours just to get ready to do me. You know, come on, man. We used to be in and out, you know. And one of his friends goes, I'm going to get you high. We're going to get high because I don't believe you're allergic. And he's like, dude, I'm allergic. Okay, take me to the hospital and we're done. nothing happened, and he felt better. This was 4 or 5 years ago. That guy knows more about. I could put him in a room with Smoke King, and they would not stop talking about weed for like hours. He read everything he could. He grows better than I ever did. He can outsmoke me now, which just blows my mind. I introduced him to dabbing, and that's all he did for a while. And I quit dabbing. He's like, "Why'd you quit dabbing?" I'm like, "Because I didn't like being that high, when shit happened.
Hey.
It just like I can't deal. I don't know what to do."
I know.
What's up, Michael? Tiff?
I sent you an invite on Facebook, Mike. If you're not busy, whatever, you guys are more than welcome to jump in. The camera is far away now. It's a different camera, so it's set up farther away. So I can't really see the chat, and I'm rolling a blunt, so my phone isn't set up. And I really don't, to be honest with you guys, like I said before, I don't want to sit here and monitor the fucking chat. Like, if you guys want to have a conversation, please come. If you guys want to chat amongst yourself, that's fine. Me and Jonas, we can kick it all day, man. We'll talk some shit, and we'll be in our own fucking zone. This is my dude, you all. I love all y'all. Not like, I don't use the word love like, oh, I'm in love. I love you guys because you guys, we're all friends. We're all here. We're doing our thing. But this is my sidekick right here. Like, he is the Robin to my Batman. Like, I will say the most obscure shit, and he'll be in the chat like, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so. Oh, that's so-and-so.
That's right. Awesome. I get some of them. I get most of them.
Yeah, you do.
I do miss some, but
I mean, who doesn't miss some? I mean, some shit you throw out there, I'd look all cockeyed, like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, you know what I mean? I don't expect anybody to get, but I mean, mostly like 9 times out of 10, you're in there, like, yo, that's so and so. Whatever, what movie it is, no matter what comic book, no matter what the fuck I'm talking about, all of a sudden you come through.
Well, we grew up, man. Like I said, we grew up watching MTV, and cable TV. So you watched everything.
Yes, sir.
It didn't matter what it was. If it was funny, you watched
it. Dukes of Hazzard, whatever. The Lawrence Welk show, whatever was on TV, you watched it. You didn't have 1,000 channels. You know what I mean? You were limited to what you had, so you enjoyed what was on TV. And I think television programming back then was actually programming towards the audience to try to get people's attention. Where now it's like you got a million streaming services and shit. You got to pick through those to figure out what the fuck you want to watch.
Go on Netflix, and I'll be on Netflix a half an hour trying to decide what I want to watch, and then just like, screw it, I'm gonna watch what I always watch.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the series for me. Like, I just jump into series now on Netflix. Like, I went through I'm on Supergirl now. I've gone through most of the DC stuff. I have to finish Supergirl, Gotham, and I think it's Batgirl or Batwoman, whatever. So I'll watch those just to see how they all play out. But I mean, most of the stuff, I don't go to Netflix and just be scrolling through a million things. It's just too much.
Yeah, there is
way too fucking much. Most of it's people talk about how great it is. But a lot of it's garbage. A lot of it is just random shit too.
I just watched the Cecil Hotel stuff about Elisa Lam.
Yeah, how was that?
Actually, it was pretty. It's 4 episodes, about an hour each, and it could have been 1 episode. I could spoil it. I don't need to, but it was like I was interested in that. It was those modern mysteries, and they solve it, and they tell you exactly what And I'm like, okay,
Well, that's good because they've acted like they couldn't figure it out ever. Like they've never.
Yeah. Like so much. There's this and that and this and that and that's and then it comes down to it's like it is what it is. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it. People want to watch it, they can.
Yeah, I'll definitely check. I'll check it out this weekend. It's not that long. I tried to watch WandaVision and shit because everybody talking about it, but my streaming service was being weird. I had to reset the TV and shit. So by the time I reset it, I fell asleep.
I haven't got Disney Plus yet. We've been thinking about it. We have DirecTV. I'm going to cancel that. And my buddy does YouTube TV. I might go there. I don't know. But we haven't done Disney Plus yet. And
so many fucking streaming services, man. Then they put everything everywhere just so you can't find everything in one place anymore.
Yeah, that's what they do.
What's up, B Young?
Brandon.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. Why are you taking a shit? What are you talking to us?
Would you be rubbing one out?
No, not at all. No. How you guys doing?
I'm doing bad. My bunion's hurt.
B got some thunder.
Yeah.
I'm good, Brandon. I'm good. I think I jump on early today. Yesterday was the grandbaby's birthday, so I wasn't gonna be streaming shit. I had to hang out with her.
Oh, cool.
Yes. She's sick.
Yeah, so I've been I just some breaking news from my end. I am now exclusive owner of Muncher, the character from Ghostbusters. I own him.
How do you
so if anybody wants co-ownership value, please contact me to make some arrangements to give me some money. You can be the co-owner of that's a cute dog.
I know.
My
Of
Xerxes.
anything, of any kind of like merchandising that might become with Muncher, who is the greatest character I think to be. You got to invest in Muncher from Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters that's coming out. I own him now. If you want to get invested with me, just drop me a DM, and you too can own Muncher. So anyway, much more to talk about that later.
All right. Are there any black characters in the new Ghostbusters that I can own?
Yeah, Muncher.
Oh, Munch is African American?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't know anything. I've only saw like a small trailer for the new Ghostbusters. It was like, I think like 2 minutes or something. They were in a barn or some shit, and they showed the what is it, Ectoplasm 1? What is the car's name? Echo 1?
Echo 1. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they showed that in the thing, but that's it. I haven't seen anything else about the movie, so I didn't even know that they were who the characters are.
That's one of the kids from Stranger Things.
Dude,
One of the kids
I
from
like
Things is in
Stranger
it.
Things, but the one that played 6, I forget her name. She's like Millie Bobby
11.
Brown. Yeah, 11. Thank you. She can't
11.
act. She can't act. I don't know why. I saw her in Godzilla, and it was like she plays the exact same character, literally, in everything she's in.
Huh.
And she's a young version of, if you look, she's like a young version of Natalie Portman minus the personality, because Natalie Portman actually has the personality, but that girl doesn't have a personality. I'm sorry.
I don't know. She was good at the Sherlock thing. She did like a Sherlock. She was like a young Sherlock. She was like Sherlock's younger sister or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything about that. Like I said,
I
I didn't even know about it
her.
until Stranger Things.
I think she's cool.
I don't know.
But-
She looks like she always needs she has diarrhea or something. Like her face, she just makes these faces. She doesn't look. I clearly she's acting, but she doesn't look like she ever smiles in life. Like I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And I get that's probably how they've taught her to act. But even when I saw her in Godzilla, it's the exact same character.
Yeah, and that was in Boston. Like she played like a girl from Boston or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they tore down Fenway Park.
That's right. That's right.
That's what she was when Godzilla showed up. She was in Godzilla. When Ghidorah showed up, she was in Fenway Park.
She used Fenway Park, like the speaker system or something, right? Like
destroyed the most historic fucking ballpark in the country in a fucking movie. Fuck y'all. You don't do that to fucking Fenway Park, kid. What's wrong with you?
So yeah, Muncher's gonna save the city, and I feel like he's gonna be the best, most memorable hero that you'll ever hear about. Well, obviously, I'm joking. Obviously, Muncher is the stupidest character ever. But yeah.
So you're saying Muncher was based on you there, Brandon?
Yeah. He's based on me. Yep. That's what I look like with no hair for the most part.
What do you guys think about the camera setup right now? How does it look?
It looks good.
It's not even in 1080. It's still in 720. I have to pay to up it to 1080, which I'll do. But I just want to see how this thing looks. And it's good because now it's not right in fucking front of me. I don't have to have my fucking... I'm not looking at the chat. So if you motherfuckers want to chat amongst each other, if somebody wants to tell me something in the chat, that's good. But I am not going to be doing this shit all goddamn day. And I refuse to keep looking at my cell phone. That just defeats the whole purpose of live conversation.
I got the channel on the big TV.
Wait, Brandon, how is Muncher black again?
So like he so
he was adopted by a black family. He's Muncher Dolezal.
What's that?
Yeah.
From Harlem. He's from Harlem, and he lived in Harlem, and he's black. I don't know.
You know that not everybody who lives in Harlem is black, though, right?
Yeah.
There's some Latinos there. There's some white people. There's some different Asians. There's everything in Harlem, actually.
It's just the Globetrotters.
The Globetrotters. Hey, what's his name? Metal Lock Lemon used to actually come to my grandfather's house and see my grandfather when I lived in Georgia all the time. I don't
Oh,
even
right
remember
on.
his daughter's name too. He had a daughter that I had a crush on. I don't even remember her name. I have to look that shit up. It's weird.
Didn't
I don't
Meadowlark,
know.
did he just pass away?
What do you say?
Didn't Meadowlark pass away recently?
Yeah, I think he passed away last year. I believe
Yeah.
sometime in 2020 he passed away. That's what made me think about it too, because I remember him coming to see my grandfather and stuff. They must have been
Muncher
friends.
does love rap music, though. I
Who
heard.
doesn't love rap music?
You know.
I heard he
Everybody
likes black metal.
You like what?
No, he said he likes black metal.
Now, what's the difference between black metal and death metal?
Black metal is more satanic for a word, and it's also more the guitars are tuned to I think it's straight E, and they sing a little bit higher. But there's so many varieties of it.
Yeah, blast beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend that sang in a death metal band and a black metal band, and you could tell the difference. One was just Cookie Monster vocals, and the other wasn't. You know.
Yeah.
And his black metal band was popular in Europe. It was so funny. He was always going to Europe to tour. And the death metal band didn't go nowhere.
Dude, I remember the first time they have a place here called the Middle East Cafe. Everybody's played there. Like,
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
rappers, everything. You know, Brandon. You know the Middle East.
Hell yeah. Yep, Middle East.
So the-
you kidding?
I did a gig in the Middle East back in the 90s.
Huh.
Me and my security. And I've done a bunch of gigs there since. Joe Budden's a few times, a bunch of different people that I've had to take there. But this particular one was this is the first time I'd ever seen anybody moshing, as you call it, or in a pit.
Right.
And I didn't know what was going on. So I thought they were fighting. So me and my security immediately started running in to stop fights and shit. And the owner of the place or the manager at the time was like, no, that's what they do. I was like, what the fuck you mean that's what they do? That's how they enjoy themselves. He's like, all you have to do, if anybody really gets hurt, then we'll, patch them up or call an ambulance. He's like, other than that, let them go at it. I was like, so what the fuck are we here for? Like, you don't even need security.
Know, yeah. That's strange.
I remember my first punk show that I went to, it was slam dancing. And then when Anthrax and the metal community started doing it, then it became moshing. But the first one, I went down immediately. I'm like, I go out there, I didn't even get like 2 steps. I'm on my back. I just raise my arms up, and this guy with the mohawk picks me up, and we just go around. Just watching, I was at Cryptic Slaughter, California band, yeah.
Next to the Middle East, you have a great pizza place called Hi-Fi Pizza.
Oh, Hi-Fi Pizza's not there anymore.
It's not?
I don't believe it's there anymore. I believe it's gone. I have to, let me, hold on. I believe it's gone. Now, hold on. If you're a real Bostonian, do you know that there was 2 Hi-Fi Pizzas?
That's right. Yeah.
Where was the other one? Do you know what the other one was?
Oof.
You should. It's a very popular place in Boston area. In Boston.
Not off the top of my head.
It was in Kenmore Square, not too far from Lansdowne, actually.
Okay.
You had to go downstairs to it. You had to go. It was under where the store. I think store 24. Store. I keep saying store 24.
Store 24. No one remembers that except me. That's hilarious.
And me. I worked for store 24 years, a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah, in Chelsea.
Yeah.
I worked of all places, store 24 in Chelsea and shit. Wait, what was it before that?
Yeah.
Wait, what was it before? What was the fucking? I'm trying to remember the name of this. Sunnyhurst Farms. Is that where they were before that? Do you remember Sunnyhurst Farms?
No.
Yeah. See, how old are you?
30.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't remember Sunnyhurst Farms, and those are actually before whatchamacallit came out. Before Store 24 was around.
Right. Yeah.
See, I know all.
No, I remember a lot. I remember a lot of them when I was, a lot of the Store 24s and things like that. Like, I don't know.
Rogue, I'm not really V2. You're more than welcome to come in, guys. But what I need you to do is, if you want to come in, DM me. Rogue, just email me. I'll email you right back. That way, I'll just get it. I can't see the chat. The way the camera's set up now is the chat is way over there, and I'm over here, and I'm not going to bother with the chat. So if you guys, you can talk amongst each other, but if you guys want to jump in the conversation, you're more than welcome to. I'll send you guys an invite.
Camera looks good, by the way, Jiggy.
Thank you.
It's legit.
What's up, Keats? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
All right, I rushed home just for you, Keats.
Oh yeah.
I know you were going through withdrawal. He's like, I
was. I messaged Jiggy the other night. I was like, damn, once you need a Jiggy juice session.
You gotta have some juice going, baby. The juice flowing. We need some Cool Whip up in here too, baby.
Jonacide, it's synchronous. You guys are talking about black and death metal because I was literally just watching before I saw Jiggy went live, like an old '90s Varg Vikernes Norwegian documentary about all the church burnings and.
One of my really good friends actually is friends with him through when he was in prison. He pen palled him and talked
crazy.
to him. Yeah, and I loved Varg until one day he was talking. I'm like, this guy is seriously racist. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I did not know you were a fucking Nazi.
He started doing like Norwegian folklore, like traditional folk music, because it's the purest white thing he could do.
I was all into his. I really do like his paganism stuff. He's very smart on that. But it just Europe is designed for white people. Africa is designed for black people. They should not mix. Like, well, dude, let them mix. Who cares? The world's not that small anymore. I mean,
you remember when he had that little YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Before he got kicked? Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching, and then that's where I was like, oh, he's racist. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought he was, Northern European because some of those guys are just, opinionated like that. But
yeah, and also like edgelordy,
Yeah.
Which he's kind of classic edgelord. I mean, he was like the one that took the credit for all the church burnings and the murder of what's his name.
Edgelord is.
Oh God, forget his name. I can't even say it. Yeah, but I actually agree with him on that. I think that was more likely self-defense than actual murder. But
the murder, yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
The photo he sent, when he was trying to be anonymous and like take the credit of church burnings, and it's with his hair in his face, and he's posing with like fucking medieval like weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't the smartest. He was very naive.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
I've seen it.
Straight up.
Yeah.
The world.
Have you seen the movie Lords of Chaos?
I have, yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. It was like, it was a bit they took too many liberties, I thought.
Very much so, but I thought it caught because I read the book years ago.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense, I just think it's funny.
Fun.
It's like it's like the Norwegian black metal scene. No one told them that Venom was just an act. They thought Venom was real.
Wait, Venom?
Oh, yeah.
You're talking
Venom, the heavy metal band, like one of the first black metal bands, Venom.
It's like Corpse Paint.
Who created black metal?
I would go with Venom or Bathory.
Bathory, I think, yeah.
What year about?
The drummer for Bathory was Jonas Åkerlund or whatever, who directed the movie.
Well, he was a drummer for like 6 months, a year.
Right, yeah. A short one.
What year did black metal step on the scene, though?
Bathory came out like 83, 84, but I wouldn't call it really black metal till about the early 90s.
Got you.
Interesting.
The story's incredible. Like, if you guys have time, just digging up, just the story of Varg and all that stuff is really like captivating. It was crazy in the early 90s.
A small community, man. It's just,
I'm gonna have to check it out. I watched the Go-Go's documentary by accident. And
I love
it. Dude. Oh my god, that shit was intriguing as fuck. Like, me right in. I couldn't stop watching it. It was like, wow, these girls are fucking amazing.
Yeah, no shame.
They were punk as those chicks were punk as fuck, and nobody really knew it. Like, that wasn't the persona they really put out in their music, but they were punk as hell, man. They were.
They really were. Yeah.
Yeah, they were fucking dope. I loved watching that documentary. I was really, really surprised.
Because I remember it was a while ago. It was in the 80s. Someone was talking about Darby Crash, and I forget his band off the top of my head. And they're like, that guy used to date the lead singer of the Go-Go's or the guitarist or bass player, somebody. And I'm like, what? And when I got in, the Go-Go's were popular. That's when I got into them. Okay.
Funny trivia is they were called the Misfits when they first started the Go-Go's. Yeah.
Wait, but isn't there a group called the Misfits as well, though?
Yeah, that's why they had to change their name, because it was like parallel. Gotcha. And the Misfits were already making a name.
Muncher supposedly recorded with them back in like 89 or something like this.
You don't say.
Well, because in 89 the Misfits were dissolved. That's weird.
It was a blues album where he covered Robert Johnson, and Basically
87, I think, when the first Danzig album came out. The Misfits didn't get back together until the mid 90s.
Right.
It was just Doyle.
And then you remember the wrestling when they got into wrestling?
Yeah, I remember they got in the wrestling.
That was hilarious.
Whenever
So,
ICP
before
got
I
in the wrestling,
joined-
that cracked me up.
I heard Go-Go's documentary. That documentary was awesome.
It was
Hey,
beyond.
Jill.
Hey,
What's up, Billy?
Jill, if you can turn your mic up a little bit, you sound a little bit distant.
yeah, sorry. I'm in my hallway.
Oh, sorry.
I'm downstairs.
You got to sneak around to talk.
No, well, I just walked in my house and I'm going. I usually go down to my finished basement so I don't like disturb the whole house.
That's why I'm in the basement, so I don't disturb the whole house. But I got a big mouth. I'm loud.
Well, yeah, I've been known to talk loud too. So
Who else is it at? What's up, big sis? Terry, I can't even see. Hold on, let me look at the chat. My big sister's in the chat. So hold on, let me get to that. You guys can keep talking, man. I was learning about death metal and shit, man. I like this. Like, I don't know anything about it. Like I said, I might go listen to some death metal just to fucking figure some shit out. I walked into a concert in at the House of Blues in Boston, and I don't remember the name of the group. They were something like they were Norwegian, I think, like Amaru or some shit like that.
Oh God, what?
No,
Amarnoff. God, can't say it.
Yeah.
They're a Viking metal death metal band. I've seen them a couple times.
dude, they were fucking awesome.
Yeah, they were great. They were
Fucking awesome. I enjoyed the shit out of that show, man. I stayed for that whole fucking show. They tore the house down too. The people like were really, really into the music. It was just like a really cool mood there. I was enjoying the hell out of it. I didn't even know what the fuck they were saying, but I enjoyed it. Shit. But I've also seen like I've gone there for everything. Like I went to go see Trombone Shorty there and stuff. I love a lot of the music from Louisiana too. So
well, my name Genocide comes from the death metal band Deicide.
Right.
And it was a joke is that they have a song called Dead by Dawn. And the first time I heard the song, I'm listening to it and I can't understand what he's saying at first. I'm like, what is he saying? Dead dog head? And my one buddy Paul just looks at me and goes, it's Dead by Dawn, Genocide. And I'm like, oh, I'm keeping that. I like that.
Isn't Dead by Dawn too like a reference to Evil Dead?
It is, but he claims that the song is based on a dream he had.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy Glenn Burton, he's hardcore. He used to brand himself in the forehead with an upside down cross.
I remember the shirts when I was a kid, like
Oh, yeah.
marveling at the Deicide shirts because they were brutal.
They had some. They were like he was totally satanic. It was just funny. We used to make fun of his song, "Sacrificial Suicide." The lyrics are "I must die, end my life, wrath of God, Satan," and we're like, we need to get like Whitney Houston to do this song. And my buddy would just do a dead-on impression of Whitney Houston singing that. And I'm just, this is one of the things we do when we drink. We just take death metal and make it into pop songs.
Right.
Yeah.
all I'm saying too is that though, like everybody talks about all the satanic shit and how bad it is and everything, but I still don't see satanic people or Satanists, I guess that's what you might call them, out here protesting and causing trouble and doing insane shit. Like I just don't.
I have a lot of issues with it too, because in the conspiratorial community, that's their like go-to for any nefarious cabal. It's Satanism, and it's a total misnomer.
The worship of Moloch.
It's the devil.
Right.
Again, we always talk about the fact that the devil is the biggest scapegoat in history. Like everybody blames everything they do on a devil.
A literal scapegoat.
Yeah, it's
He's
easy to say
best
something else
friend
made me do it. Oh, something the devil made me do it. The devil didn't make you do shit. Your human nature made you do that shit. Like, be honest with yourself.
Yeah, what's funny too is if they understood, the devil and what he like actually represents, it's very human. So the whole
is it Lucifer,
the whole devil made me do it thing is just blaming humanity on yourself.
Yeah.
Lucifer is the light bringer. And what's the Titan that brought fire down that got punished
Prometheus?
by Zeus? Prometheus. There's a correlation there,
Yeah. The morning star.
The serpent in the garden, the tree of good and evil. God doesn't want you to know good and evil. Lucifer's like, no, eat the apple, learn something. So she does, and what happens? They get kicked out of the garden.
Which was a correlation to the apple of discord from Eris, Yeah, it's all tied. The Bible is not original.
Nothing is original. What the fuck is original anyway?
You have.
What do you say, Lee?
I'm just messing.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
He said the Bible isn't original, and different theologies will debate which one's original. So that's a whole nother debate.
What is original? We don't know what the fuck is original. We just know what man is fucking printed and put out and told us is supposed to be original.
Yep.
Hey, Brandon, because I believe there's a satanic temple here in Salem, right? Is it in Salem,
Right.
Massachusetts, where it is?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's the
Salem is
headquarters.
Salem.
Lucian
Famous
Greaves.
one, actually. Yeah.
Lucy and Greaves. Yeah. it's the
But they
headquarters.
do. They give out
Okay,
like
John Meisner.
they give out scholarships and stuff to kids going to college. They do a lot of like good shit there, which is again they have this
Oh,
it's a rap because they tend to, but they actually do good shit.
Too. They're not
Yeah,
actually.
absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, that sect of Satanism or the Satanic Temple, that's more of an atheist.
Right.
LaVey Satanism. LaVey was the founder of the Church of Satan. Pretty much says it's atheism. Man just
but-
needs
Yeah.
Daughter started that other sect, and then Aquinas with the Setian stuff is
Right.
rabbit hole.
The Temple of Set. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
definitely more supernatural. But I've heard like one of my favorite jokes about LaVey and Satanism is that it's Ayn Rand with candles.
Yes.
Objectivism.
John Galt.
Wow.
No.
What's up, Cool Whip? Hi, Cool Whip.
What's up, Robin?
Jiggy, yo, LV, yay, be young, doo-doo butter,
Hey.
genocide. Jiggy, hi,
What's up? How you doing?
doing okay? How are all you guys? I'm just sort of being quiet, listening to what your thread of conversation is. So, but I couldn't be here earlier because I had to rate my Instacart shopper.
Uh-huh.
I just realized that my name is still Doo-Doo Butter from the other night. Thank you, Robin.
Oh, Keats, hey.
I gotta
Keith,
find
that's
that
the coolest
recording,
thing.
Keith, of that be of P-Funk playing that live at the House of Blues. I think I recorded it somewhere.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Dude, some of the best times of my life were on that fucking stage in that fucking place, hanging out with them, man. They're just magic.
I have a friend who's got a really funny story. She's kind of like a trust fund kid and like floats around spending her money. And she went on tour with P-Funk, and like she was like 20, and George Clinton must have been what, like in his 70s or something. They would make out.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah. So George Clinton's still at it.
No, he retired now because he has some form of cancer. So he's
Oh,
not
that's a
he's
bummer.
not if he does any shows, he does them few and far between, but he's definitely not touring anymore because they used to come here annually, and for like the last 5 years they had came every show. I was at that fucking show, like just chilling with them because they're friends. The drummer's a friend of mine and the guitarist is a friend of mine. So I've hung
That's
out
awesome.
with them like many
I
times and
love
over the
Pete.
years too.
Yeah.
What do you say? You say you love
Bootsy?
Boots? Yeah, I know. I wish he was touring with them. I don't know. He just, whatever separated them over the years, he would every now and then perform with them, but he wouldn't tour with them anymore. So it's
Bootsy
kinda-
is alien confirmed.
well, they
Yeah.
have a dude. I've been trying to get this story from them for almost like 25 fucking years, like because I would see them at the Roxy, different places over the years, because they have a story about the mothership. The whole thing that made them write about the mothership album and stuff is based on supposedly an encounter with the UFO. But I've
Right.
never been able to get them to sit down and tell me the story. And I've tried so fucking hard, but they won't tell me the story.
Oh, that would be an awesome investigation.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean,
Yeah.
you got to realize too, these dudes they've partied like no others. Keith Richards and very few other people have partied like P-Funk. These motherfuckers have been smoking and drugging for
Oh, yeah.
60
Ghosts
fucking
are a part of
years.
their
Oh,
lives.
yeah, but all of the crew people and bodyguards were partiers too.
Oh, everybody! I know. I trust me. I know. Like I said, I've spent a lot of time with them. They all fucking everybody. That's just what it was. Everybody had a good time.
And
There's-
apparently, rich socialite friends of mine. So still partying.
yeah. Hey, keep it going. You can rock until the fucking wheels fall off. I hear them. Shit.
I
God,
feel like P-Funk's one of those bands that should do it. Like I'm on the fence with the Rolling Stones, but like good for them,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
just that kind of vibe too. That music and everything. They just carved out a place in funk like no other. Like they're fucking legends, and their music. Everybody can enjoy their music.
oh yeah, it's funny to me to see like Motley Crue,
Yeah.
reconvene with their wigs and their, it's like
Because Vince Neil's twice the size he was 30 years ago.
Hey,
Yeah,
it happens.
exactly.
It happens. I mean, who isn't? Shit, you ever see Color Me Bad? And they fight on stage.
Oh yes.
Oh
I
boy,
see
all
some
of
tires now. That guy.
Color
calling
me bad.
Really? Hey,
all
do
of
it.
that stuff is so sad when the bands do a 2 decades later resurgence, revival, a reunion.
When the money runs out and they don't give
when
a
the
fuck
money
about
runs
the
out.
label.
Yeah.
That's a sad state of affairs for a lot of like working musicians, though. That's just how it is. Like I knew bands in the '90s, like Pavement, who swore they'd never do it, and then because of streaming and taking hits, like with royalties because of Spotify and shit, they had to.
Those 360
Yeah,
deals are
and-
pretty fucked up.
all of those comeback guys, you look back at their beginnings and they were all just so young and fresh and dewy. And now you see them and you go, oh, Jesus, what happened? Like look at Gordon Lightfoot. Has anybody seen Gordon Lightfoot lately? Unless he's dead. He looked like he was
Yeah, I
dead.
thought he died. I could
Did
be
he
wrong.
die? Yeah, because he looked like he was dying when his last concerts. He weighed
Yeah,
about
Wreck
10
of Edmund,
pounds.
Edmund Fitzgerald still pumps.
Yeah, so was Sundown.
But you can't expect them to be fucking 20 forever either. You know what I mean? You can't. No one.
Well,
It
Keith
doesn't
Richards.
work like that. Yeah, but
He's
I mean,
still alive.
yeah. So's Betty White. I'm just
One
saying,
of the
some people are
top-
going to be here forever.
Yay, Betty.
One of the top Google things is Gordon Lightfoot alive 2020?
Oh God, that poor guy. I used to have such a crush on him back when, because we all did back in my group, we did all the coffee shops and the hippie, all of those strummers, the
Robin,
flat
did you go
top.
to Woodstock?
No, but I have a good friend who did, and there's a picture of her that was on Time magazine.
That's the one thing. If I could ever go back in time to one thing in history, I want to go to Woodstock.
Oh, Summer of
Really?
Love.
Yep,
Oh,
I can care less about anything else. I don't care about Jesus being nailed to a cross. I don't care about none of that. I want to go to Woodstock.
oh,
And then if
boy.
you wanted to see like the complete antithesis of Woodstock in the 60s and see
Yeah,
the
Ultima.
de-evolution of human
Mm.
human beings, you go to Woodstock 99.
Woodstock,
No, thank
Woodstock
you.
number 2
The
was
Emmett
a
Melvin
joke. It was like people were herded like prisoners of war, and into the ropes, and they had to go here and they had to check in here. It was nothing like the
You
epic.
can't recreate Woodstock.
It
How
was
Woodstock
not-
turned out was by accident. You
Oh
can't
my
recreate
God,
Woodstock.
accident.
Woodstock 99 was it was nightmare fuel. Like
Oh,
there
it
were
was
people
like-
getting raped left and right.
And it was like a big venue deal. Woodstock
They
was
were
not a
doing
venue deal. There was,
If you want a water, $5.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
tried to repackage it a lot with Lollapalooza, Burning Man, and Coachella.
That's
Oh,
right.
But that's what happens to all of them. They start out good and then they end up getting all fucking commercialized in just big venues.
So Burning Man,
Burning Man
became
itself-
a joke.
Burning Man itself is just a copy of the Fiesta de Santa Fe's Zobra in
Yeah,
New Mexico.
Well,
Yeah.
and Burning
Well,
Man
a lot of
started
them-
out really small, and then
Never heard
it
of
became huge, and then it
it started off
became
with the Wicker Man stuff on the beaches they used to do out there.
That's right.
that. Oh yes,
Yeah, in the late
Yeah,
early 1900s in Santa Fe, they started a festival called Zobra, and basically the townsfolk would put all of their worries and troubles on pieces of paper, and they would put it in this big marionette called Old Man Gloom, and they'd light it on fire.
just like Burning Man.
Yeah.
You put all your stuff in the temple, and
But it
sail
had
out
like
and-
Anasazi and like Zuni, folklore, and it was very rich with, not
Kofi
being,
Katinas.
not being like, computer, computer folks during the day for 1 week of just rambunctious and drugs kind of a thing.
debauchery. Hey, I'll vote for that. But Burning Man became a place for the uber rich. They would rent caravan, big, huge motorhomes, and they'd have canopies and tents, and they'd have their own neighborhoods. They would reserve an entire block of a neighborhood of Burning Man, and then it was kind of a closed group. And those people flew in by helicopter and the big, expensive RVs and stuff. It's not like it used to be. I used to want to go because I have a friend who went to Burning Man for the first time when she was 76 years old. Her first time, and she had a blast. Yeah. She's in her 80s now, but she was my hero, but it's not the same anymore.
I didn't even know about
No,
Burning
it's not.
Man until I was we were investigating and filming in this place, and it's called Nubian Square now, but we were in there investigating all this stuff. It was all graffitied out, and all these people were there all of a sudden, and they had all these storage areas in there, and I was like, what are you guys doing? And they were pulling out crazy shit. They were like, oh, we're going to Burning Man. I'm like, what the fuck is Burning Man?
Oh,
And they
it's
explained
a
it
big
to me.
deal.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it was much a bigger deal then, but now it sounds like it's just crazy commercialized. I'm good.
When I lived in Oakland, it was I knew warehouses of artists that would spend all year creating crazy, dioramas and sets and stuff for it, and that's how they made their living.
Yeah, it's like the Rose Parade, the float designer people. Yeah, Burning Man, they have huge installations, and it's big
They're
money.
amazing.
And they also have the afterburn parties in Oakland now, from what I understand.
That's right. Yeah, we used to go to those. That's like there's a place called the Crucible, which was like a welding structure shop.
Hey, all you beautiful.
I've heard about those parties.
But
Hi,
look at-
Michael.
Speaking of how look at what they did to Storm Area 51. That shit turned into fucking, they commercialized it.
And don't be
I
hating on
think
the
they moved it to
run.
like Vegas or some shit. They didn't even do it the way they were supposed to do it because they stepped in with a whole bunch of the guy basically got paid to not do it there.
Well, didn't it started as a joke, right? And then it just got memed into existence.
Yeah, basically. And then there were people who actually, I mean, some people showed up there, but not like they thought. I mean, I don't know what they thought they're going to do. You knew it was going to turn into a big festival, even if they would have done it there anyways. People would have been there, and it would have looked like Contact. When they all the people showed up and to fucking figure out what they're going to do with that machine. So
That's
all the people
right.
just making it was like religious people, but there were people who just all alien floats and
Oh,
crazy shit around.
man.
That's what that would have turned into. I think that's why they wanted it moved.
One of my favorite scenes from the original Independence Day with like the hippie commune on top of the building with signs
yeah.
like "We love you, aliens are our friends." Bring back Elvis.
And they're the first ones to die and shit. They get hit
Yep.
with big blue beams.
And a huge beam, and they're like all looking up to the light, like they're gonna ascend, and then
Listen, the aliens show up and they come down and I get to see them and they're cool and stuff like that. I'm with that. But the aliens show up and their ship is just hovering above the city for a while. I'm not going to be anywhere near that city. I'm going to wait a little while and see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I'm going to duck and cover.
We ain't going to duck and cover. They ain't going to help you. You might just want to leave.
Huh?
Michael's a good person to ask about this. Have you, like, through your research, Michael, have you found like some irrefutable kind of depictions of alien contact?
I can answer that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was my answer. There's never
Not
been
anything reputable.
There's never been anything. It's been going on for
You can get me
decades.
going off on blue feathers and Dracos.
There's
Oh, I
zero.
know. Yeah, that's so far from.
But boy,
But
time
there's
after
that one-
time-
an alien.
What's that? The Trinity one that was in New Mexico, like long time before, or a while before.
Was that the
not a
fleet?
long time.
That was the fleet of ones, right? That
It was the two Mexican kids that like saw it and lived. I think the last witness died recently, but like they've kept that story their entire lives. They even stole a part of the ship or whatever. But
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
that.
I'm familiar with Trinity.
No, I just wanted to drop in because we got some adulting to do. I got to go get my telescope out of the pond right quick. I owe Tiff $400. We're going to drop that in her account real quick and then double back, and we'll be back. I just want to say hello to everybody. Hope you guys are having a great weekend.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I
Michael.
snowed in.
Yeah, good to see you, Michael.
Right on. All right, so yeah, we'll be back. I got the link. Thank you so much for supplying that for us, there, Jiggy. And yeah, we'll be back. Have a great
All
conversation. And yeah,
All right, brother. Safe travels.
you got it. I'll probably come in on my phone while we're rolling around or something.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice haircut, Michael. Got to tell you,
Oh yeah, I did it myself. You like it?
it's cool.
Yeah, I used to cut hair back in the day. That's
Yeah, me too. Good job, dude.
right on. All right. Have a good one, guys.
Oh man, I
What's the
always
haircut?
mess up my hair when I cut it.
Me too. My hair is I fuck it up, man. When I cut my hair and shit,
Yeah.
never comes out the way I want it to.
I
Oh,
just
I know.
shave, let it grow, and shave again. Like I don't even fuck with haircuts anymore.
At this point, if I could just be bald and never have to shave my head again, I'd be absolutely with that. I wouldn't even care. I hate having
Well,
to
you
shave.
could Brazilian wax it.
The fuck are you talking?
Right.
Yeah,
Brazilian wax your
I
head.
listen. I've tried.
Laser
I've
hair
had,
Oh
removal.
my god.
I've had the waxing done before. We've had this conversation. I will never do
No.
that shit again. I'm good.
Why
with that.
not?
Oh my
It's just-
god, woman.
It's too tedious. It's not even about the. It's not really painful to me. It's just more
It's not a
tedious. And the way my
dude.
boobs opened up and shit. And I was sweating. I told you that story the other day. Like, no, fuck that. I'm good.
Well, of course it hurts. Are you nuts? It
It's not.
hurts.
It's not.
Well, hurts or not? Yeah.
Nothing. That's not pain to me. Like even tattoos. I've fallen asleep for every tattoo I've gotten.
Oh,
Literally every
Jesus
tattoo.
Christ. Oh, geez. I screamed all the way through mine, and it was tiny.
I only get stick and pokes from friends, and nothing more painful than stick and pokes.
What's a stick and poke? That
It's
sounds
someone
sexual.
uses someone.
That's some
puts a
shit you're doing on
needle-
Grinder. Are you doing that on Grinder, Keats?
It's a
I
pit
am, how'd you
tattoo
know?
and they pick it in.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like someone just uses a needle with their hand.
Yeah,
and
Oh,
literally-
okay. Oh, that's old school, right? That's the old school technique.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
well, no, actually, bamboo needles are really old school. You know, you strip a skewer and put the ink on it.
Robin, we know you're 175 years old. You don't have to keep telling us, okay? We know it's cool.
I like to remind you occasionally.
God said, "Let there be light." She hit the switch.
So I tried laser hair removal once, and that was so effective. That was more painful than a friggin' tattoo.
Really,
Wait, who was that? Who's talking?
Jill.
LB?
Jill.
Or Jill? Hi, Jill. Oh, okay.
Hi.
Really?
I did. And let's just say, I know when people that have like done it on their whole body, I was just trying one spot, and I never went back. It hurt way too bad.
Doesn't it feel sort of like being burned alive or some shit?
It's
Yeah.
like an elastic being snapped over and over and over again.
Ooh.
Oh no!
It was yeah, and you have to keep going back. Like it's not like a one and done. You have to keep going back, and depending on the place, it was like, all right, it was like underneath my arm, and that's sensitive too, obviously. But I'm like, people like do full body. I'm like, are they out of their mind?
Are they out of their
Yeah.
minds? Just use some cover-up makeup, dude. Don't go through, and it's expensive
It
to
is
have them
very
removed.
expensive.
It costs as
Yeah.
much as the original tattoo or more.
Nope, my last tattoo did not hurt nearly as much as that did. So
Wow.
Wait, let's
Public
do it.
service
Let's do it.
announcement,
Let's do a tat count. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 tattoos.
0.
Both arms are sleeved. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on my legs, 1 on my chest.
I only have 2.
That's 6.
I only have 2.
Bunch of heathens.
My wife has 2.
But
Keith, you
I'm
have any
about to get
tattoos?
a third. I have
I got
2 tattoos.
666.
Oh,
Wow.
you, straight up guy as always, be young.
That's right.
You know, I've never had a proper parlor tattoo. I have 6 tattoos, and not one of them were done in a parlor.
Wow.
Or
Oh,
I have one. I have one that was
I
done
have
motorized.
How many did you get in jail?
I got 4 in jail.
All of them. No, but I had one done with a guitar string and an electric shave motor.
What the fuck?
I
Are you,
have a guitar
MacGyver
string
and shit doing your tattoos?
With
It was
an
with somebody I was on
electric
tour
shave
with, and how they would like get extra money on tour was at house shows. They would just give tattoos to folks in the
Wow.
living
Oh.
room.
Jeez, pull out Granny's sewing machine and load it up with ink. You know, it's that kind of.
My tattoos was
Not a bad idea with the little foot pedal.
What?
With the little foot pedal, it has a rheostat so that you can control the speed. Why not?
My tattoos was
brilliant, Rob.
on a tape player motor.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get
Cassette motor.
a design company and produce that. You know, that Granny's tattoo machine with the old Singer sewing machine. Yeah, I
We
have
could
one.
call it a Stinger sewing machine.
Very good. A Stinger.
I
Okay.
I'm
got a
actually taking
clock
my
and
son
it
to get
says
his
no
first
time
tattoo for his
given
birthday.
for no
Wait.
one.
Wait, how old is your son?
He'll be 22 on the 18th. And
Oh my God, he's way old enough. Yeah. Oh, so what a good mom.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. My first tattoo I ever got when I was like 21. It's just this little butterfly. It's all that $35 got you back in that day.
Oh, I know you
Yeah.
paid
Randomly
by
walk
the end.
into a tattoo parlor, so I think I'm gonna have it touched up and put something for my mom on it, but I just don't know what. But that's what I'm gonna do with him. So I might end up with my tattoo number could go up to 3 after next week.
Okay, those days are all over for me. You know, when you get old, your tattoos, like I have a name on my shoulder, never get anybody's name. You guys never, ever, you're in for a world of hurt because you have to do some shit about it. You know, when you get to the next, but I have, so this name on my shoulder, I'm so old that you can't read it anymore. So I don't need to blank it out because it says,
That's why mine are all sketchy prison tats to begin with, so they don't suck later in life.
yeah, they bleed right off.
22. So yeah, like I'm trying to think how old, like 26 years old. Tattoo got reworked, looks brand new now. You can always get them reworked.
That's what I'm gonna be doing to one of mine is getting it reworked because it's old.
Yeah, I know a guy who does a lot of reworking. In fact, okay, he's I know somebody kind of famous. A tattoo guy. All right, you ready who it is? You ready?
Ed Hardy?
No, he anybody watch Ink Masters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, with
What's
those
his
guys
name?
and stuff. Okay, the guy I know was the winner of the
Dave,
third season. His name was Jason Clay Dunn.
Okay.
And he's out here in California, but he was on Ink Master a whole bunch of times, and then they brought him back, and he was in challenges. So, okay, there's my claim to knowing somebody famous. Okay,
Was
done.
Ink Masters the one that Dave Navarro hosted?
Yeah, Dave
Yeah.
Navarro, who used to be, he was with that
Jane's
pop
Addiction.
singer.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's the coolest
Carmen
person
Electra.
in the world.
Okay.
And
Carmen
for
Electra,
one album with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
A
Yeah,
good album though. It was a good album.
It was
Was it
a
a
good
good
album,
album?
John
It was a
Aside.
good
Yeah,
album.
I agree. People shit on that album, but it was a good
Yeah.
album.
It wasn't a great album, but it was a good album.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
But he
as
was in
much
the
as you
band
can
for
Red Hot Chili Peppers
6
something,
years?
you know?
He's in the band for 6 years too, and they put out one album.
I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Did he survive some kind of near-death shit or something? Is that the guy that he wasn't the one in the plane crash, right?
His mom, I think, was murdered by
Yeah.
like a serial killer or some crazy
Yes,
shit.
I think you're right.
She had a stalker. It was on America's Most Wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
And I have
Yeah.
a feeling that might be him, you know, it's like really it's really interesting.
Oof, that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a really troubled childhood, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, understandably.
Yeah,
He was
absolutely.
married to Carmen Electra, remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember their reality show on MTV that they did.
Yeah, watch that.
documentary.
Oh, they had a reality?
Yeah, and they're both
it's
and
hilarious.
they're both really short people. You know, Dave Navarro is a short guy. He wears
Nothing wrong with short people.
he's sorry about that. Yeah, well, me too. So I'm the pot calling the kettle. Excuse me, Jiggy Black. Dave Navarro is a short guy. He wears heels and lifts and stuff. He's like the Tom Cruise of
He's like Prince.
yeah. He's little.
So it looks like
Wow.
when his parents divorced, she was murdered. So his mom was murdered by her boyfriend in 1983, and he was caught by the help of America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Dang.
Here you go, Jill.
Wow.
I love it.
Saw
Google
Jane's
is a
Addiction
wonderful
in
thing, right?
87 and the Nothing Shocking tour that was filmed in Seattle. I don't think I'm in the film though.
So
I love-
Seattle's
Jane's Addiction.
Or
Oh, I
snow.
was just gonna say, Jane's Addiction, like they were a one and done, right? They put out like one or two good records and then
Three albums. 3 great albums. The live
Oh,
album,
3, yeah.
and This Will Be Habitat. Great albums, Progression, and then Eric left, and they didn't do anything for a couple of years, and then they did. I forget everything they did after that was crap.
And then he
Jonathan,
became a
did you ever
governor.
see the Perry Farrell short film with his girlfriend who like ODs on heroin and he like
Yeah,
I don't want to say the words I'm about to say, but there was some sexual stuff with it.
yeah.
He did that short film. I remember watching that
Oh,
when
like
I was younger.
necromancy, that kind of shit after she overdosed.
Yeah, without the magic.
Yeah.
Well, that's sick.
Well, it was, it was an artistic film, but that's just burned in my mind.
Yeah, they can call it, you can poop on the floor and call it art.
They do.
It's true. I've seen it.
Art misses me. I'm not really into art. Art doesn't really do anything for me.
I'm into art. I've always music and painters and blah, 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 all that stuff, but it's got to make sense to me. Like, you can't just put something in front of me and say this is art. I'll do an assessment, man.
Well, for
I
sure.
just don't get. I don't
It's
get the
gotta
value
sing
of
to you.
art. I just don't get the value of some art. Like some stuff that people pay a ton of money for. I'm just like,
Well,
why? Like,
Yeah, when you get to the art market, it gets a little crooked, but I think it's beautiful that people can like put a currency to someone's, creation in a way.
I just think artists themselves, that's who I really love, are the creators. Yeah, and if they create stuff that makes me all happy and smiley and stuff, they're my artists. There are
Exactly.
different kinds of artists. There's music, there's dance, there's expression with words, there's everything, and you can just pick something out of every category. And I love the arts. I don't like all that shit. I won't go see a museum display of what is that unrealistic
Poop on the floor.
Well, poop on the floor, yeah, and those things, they're like a single stick mounted on a marble. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's got to sing to you. I agree, but
It's gotta make you happy.
I had a rough week, and in the mail, my friend sent me his newest zine, and I was just like smiling the
Aw.
entire day. Art makes me super happy. It's good for the soul.
Yeah, it can, but it's gotta,
It could also be bad
your
for the
jam.
soul.
Huh.
It can also piss me off so much to ruin a day, which happens a lot, actually.
well, is that from you creating? You're talking about more pissing you off because you're creating your own art.
No, like other people's art can piss me off.
Okay.
But the
I have
fact that it
filters.
like gets rise out of you, I mean, that's the whole point. It's like that emotional connection. But yes, I mean, I can't think about my mental health shit or any of the struggles I've had without like coping with art.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that makes sense for you, from what I know about you, Keats. That makes sense. Or do better.
For do better.
Yeah, Keats, you can definitely tell you're very connected to our music, like that feeds your soul.
Art
Like that-
and
Oh, yeah.
it
and
reflects who you are.
music and madness, and it all goes hand in hand. And I think,
Madness, for sure.
I know, and you talk about that, and I think it's an important component.
It is.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong at all.
Yeah, and you talking about art pissing you off. Now that I think of it, yes, there is art that pisses a lot of people off that I absolutely fucking adore, and it is really good graffiti. I'm not talking about gang tagging.
No, I know
I'm
you. I
talking
know. Yeah.
really
Street art.
Oh geez, the street art, the emblazoned buildings that these gifted kids do in the middle of the night, the
It's
LA
awesome,
River.
yeah.
Oh my God, if you've ever taken the train from San Diego to LA and you go through the LA River wash, that art is mind blowing, and it tells a story, and you
I
can
used
tell
to-
the different artists. And I love that. I love it, but it pisses people off. Some asshole went and whitewashed out the whole damn thing. And I
Right.
was-
What pisses me off if they're like, government funded places. They're not small
Yeah.
businesses. They're, you know what I mean? Like no one needs to get upset for beautifying the neighborhood a little,
You
I
know
used to
what?
go out.
And it depends on the flavor of the neighborhood, like all over Silver Lake here in Los Angeles. It's a really funky, diverse art community. There are big paintings, graffiti on a whole lot of the buildings along the main drag, Sunset Boulevard, down through Silver Lake. And it's wonderful. And
Yeah.
you go into downtown LA, further south, and you see all those buildings, and it tells a story, and it tells them,
Well, the Beauty too is the anonymity of it. I adore
Oh,
that.
yeah,
All my
that's
friends
true.
that are street artists, they're not looking for like only people that in the clique know that they tagged this.
Oh, that's
You know what I mean?
that's getting kind of the flavor of the tagging, though. The guys that I see, the ones that I love so much, they sign them. You know, they've
Oh,
got
for
their,
sure. You're talking
their
like
brand.
straight
Yeah,
murals. Yeah.
and along the LA River, and just Skid Row has murals. Love them. I love them, love them, love them. That is the purest expression of somebody's like needing to get art out there. And
Absolutely. I mean, I'm serious when I say beautify the neighborhood, because it does.
Yeah, it does. It's like having a whimsical garden in your backyard. You know, you just add things and put cute things and charming things and meaningful things out in your garden. And you know what? That's art too.
Oh, absolutely. Gardening is a big art.
Yeah, big art. Yeah. My favorite people are artists and gardeners, truly.
Jiggy, have you ever walked through Faneuil Hall when they have like the performance artists there?
Oh, absolutely.
We were there one time. We had taken we were there for the circus, which trust me, I am not a big fan of the circus. My mother bought the tickets to bring my little one, so we went, but they had it was a guy that was like a gargoyle, and he was absolutely, because it was the fall too, so he was amazing, like, and he was interacting with the crowds and people. I have a picture of my boyfriend who like snuck up and like sat next to him, and they just like kept looking at each other. It was really cool. I enjoy that type of art. And if you really want to see in Salem at Halloween, there is some amazing costumes that like just blow your mind away. And then there used to be this one guy that used to wear like a fake airplane costume and make airplane noises and run through the crowds on purpose. So it's like entertaining. And then of course, like there's always like 100 sexy Dorothys. And you know, like I swear to God, I stood in the freaking line for the bathroom for hours, and there was like Dorothy's, sexy kitties. I'm like, you guys must be freezing your asses off. It's Salem in October. We did Bonnie and Clyde, but we did Bonnie and Clyde after they got shot up, so we had gun moves and stuff.
Oh Jesus!
It was cool. It was a lot of fun. Just we had fake like the old pop guns. Yeah. And then we realized it was probably not a good idea to walk around with those out. So we decided to just keep those in our pockets.
Yeah, even if they look fake, you know, you don't want to do that.
You're supposed to make the tips of them orange. That's all.
Oh, right.
That's the thing. They were orange, but we had blacked them out because we wanted them to look more realistic at the time. Yeah. Not realizing the error of our ways until we got to Salem. We're like, probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Although there's not going to be a whole lot of people walking around shooting people with Tommy guns, I can assure you of that. Like
I shot my boyfriend's father that night because he was being a wise ass, so I pulled my gun out and shot him.
No, but I'm talking about like an actual Tommy gun. Like there's not a whole lot.
Oh,
of
like
around.
A real one. Oh.
Yeah, like a real. So I don't think if a cop would actually see someone with a Tommy gun, he'd be like, yeah, they're about
hand pistols. They look like hand pistols.
Oh, see, okay.
We
didn't have the big like old fashioned like ones in the 50s that you see the rounds and stuff. That would have been fine. But
have you ever shot a potato gun? Do you guys know about potato guns?
Yes, I know about potato guns, but no.
I love potato guns. I went to an art store. They were 99 cents each, so I bought like 10 of them. I took them over to these people's houses to a Christmas party, and I brought potatoes, and we made a mess of their entire patio. A bunch of drunken old people.
Hey, you know what's even better than a potato gun?
Huh?
A rail gun. You ever shot one of those?
Oh, yes.
So you're going to sit here and talk about a potato gun when you shot rail guns? Really?
Well,
I'm going to take a bunch of 22 longs to a Christmas party. Are you insane?
So wait, no. The biggest caliber. What's the biggest caliber of gun you fired?
.357 Magnum.
Oh, okay. So you've thrown down.
And dude, I shot. There's actually a video of it. I've shot a gun called the Judge, which is an anti-bear gun, handgun. 50 caliber handgun.
It wouldn't stop me.
40-10.
Dude, I fired a Desert Eagle, and that shit almost, I thought I dislocated my shoulder.
Oh,
yeah.
I had no idea. We were shooting at the range, and I my friend bought it, and he had it there, and he's like, yeah, he didn't even shoot it yet. He's like, you want to shoot this? I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Fuck, I picked it up. Boom! The fuck, I did not.
That's like one of my favorite YouTube videos.
Shoot both barrels of a double barrel shotgun one time.
I shot an over and under deer rifle one time, and over and under a big, probably 60 years old, and it knocked me back against a wall. Boom.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Robin, if you're ever bored and need a chuckle, that's like one of my favorite categories on YouTube, or the recoils for people that don't know how to.
Oh my God. Yeah, when I fired the 357 the first time, I almost smacked myself in the forehead because I wasn't ready. I didn't have my elbow, in the right spring place. And I went, bam! It hit the brim of my hat.
I came this close to buying a, what do you call it? The fucking 50 caliber sniper rifle, the Barrett.
Oh, really?
A gold-plated Barrett, right? But I didn't buy it. I didn't want to spray.
I know who needs one.
How much was that?
It was a really good deal, but the problem was I had a big enough gun safe for it, but I just didn't. It's just such an unpractical weapon to have. It's just
What would
I felt that way about the Judge.
What would you use it for when the end of the world happens, when the zombie shit or whatever comes?
You could just get like a golden rifle and be just as effective.
Well, I just have fairy dust. You break the glass and you pull out
having
the
a Barrett
vial.
is like,
but
if
you
you
buy
want to take out 15 in one bullet.
Right. So if you're buying a Barrett, there's no practical application for it. Like you're buying it just because you want it because of what the weapon is. What it means.
Right.
Wait,
You know what I mean? That's
Spooky, do you guys shoot guns at all? Aren't they like illegal in the UK?
So, you can go to like a shooting range, I think.
Oh, really?
I'd like to do that.
You can't. Like farmers own them because they have to defend their land, and they have like shotguns and stuff, and people go hunting. But like you can't just conventionally just own a gun.
Okay, you just can't have one in your dresser drawer.
They've just been such a part of my life growing up.
I think you have to have like security clearance or something.
Will that ever change though? Because I've even noticed, as an American watching the news and stuff and seeing like your armed response, like from your police and everything, where they weren't never really known for carrying guns.
Right.
Is that ever going to change? Do you think society-wise it's going to change where they're going to have more of the citizens actually arming themselves?
I don't think the British establishment is going to let the public have guns because I think a lot more people would die.
Well, the funny thing about gun control too on your island is, people find a way. They want to kill.
Yeah.
There's knife, issues, anti-knife propaganda, like acid, like people find a way.
But they always have. When human beings want to kill somebody, they've always found a way to do it. A rock, whatever. They'll just drowning you, whatever they can do. Human beings will always find a way.
They'll beat you with a stick. It doesn't.
They'll strangle you. They'll do whatever. You know what I mean? They'll suffocate you.
How many people will be freaking out tonight because Trump got acquitted?
Did he really?
That's true. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He got.
You didn't see that coming?
Of what? Well, you know what?
I thought the whole thing was off. To be honest, I thought the impeachment was like a false start to begin with, but.
Well, it was all. It was all posturing. It was all giving people what they wanted. It doesn't matter. The man's ruined. He'll never run again. And a lot of people said, "Oh, this is to keep him from running again." That asshole is not going to run again.
Don't think that. You're absolutely incorrect. If you think that man will not run again if he can, you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely. I'll bet you right now. I'll bet you $1 bet right now, here and now, that you're absolutely wrong.
You know what? Let's make a Deadpool, y'all. I think he's not going to survive the next 4 years waiting for his next big chance.
Yeah, 70-something-year-old 70-something-year-old on a diet of cheeseburgers and Adderall probably won't last long.
He's made it this long. Don't sleep on him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm digging on this. Don't sleep.
Do not sleep on him. Do not sleep on him.
That's how we got there in the first place.
His ego alone will carry him until he's 100 fucking years old.
Even he was surprised. It's public knowledge. He was surprised he got to be president. Like it started as a publicity stunt.
Exactly.
Actually, he says, "I didn't mean it, but then
Yeah.
he gave it his all, you know, or whatever that
And
was.
he was sitting on top of the world. You don't think he wants to be back up there? That motherfucker, his sheer ego will will him another to be 100 years old. Okay.
Nah.
So you know he
No.
started like the office of the former president or whatever, and took the seal of the president as his logo.
God.
And my favorite idea is like the copyright from the country of the United States, like
You're
finding
an
him
idiot.
for
Really, a
infringement.
Circle C?
March 4th, man. Come on.
Epic fail.
March 4th, 19th president.
That's right, 19th.
Yeah, and then March 5th, I'm gonna be the 20th one. Okay.
Oh, he's also president of the Galactic Federation now. We saw that in
Oh,
Canada.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You
what
can't
you
forget
guys
that.
don't know is if Lee Veltman was Lee still here,
I'm hiding.
the actual president isn't even inaugurated here on this planet. Okay, I got inaugurated on Alpha Centauri Max 5. You don't even know about that planet. That's where you really
I heard
become
of
the
that
president.
place.
So I'm actually the
Don't
president.
tell me
of-
what I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know you heard about it, but not many people have, Spooky. But I'm actually the planet. I'm the president of the whole planet, just so you guys know, okay?
Oh,
let's
you're
do
the
Wait,
guy.
wait,
Yes,
wait.
Supreme Chancellor Jiggy Juice.
that's right. You better know it. You better know it. I'm going to rain on y'all.
It all
Don't
makes
start.
so much
Close
sense
to the
now.
bastard.
Don't start.
They were offering out free backpacks, but I was like,
Exactly.
no, I'm okay.
Mhm.
You got him going. Golden showers, Jiggy.
Secretary of State Cool Whip.
Lee's the Secretary of Defense.
There you go.
Okay.
I got
I
my
haven't
Secretary of Twitter Defense.
I haven't even filled out my whole cabinet yet.
Me
Who
and my
else wants a
Dracula
job? Who else wants
I
to
need
be
a
appointed?
job.
I'm giving out appointments today. So who else
I'm
wants to be appointed?
definitely head of the Joint
Whenever
Chiefs.
Rasputin
No, I'm sorry.
did Jiggy,
I'm
can I
sorry,
do that?
Spooky. Spooky, you're the head of what?
The Joint Chiefs.
The Joint Chief of Staffs?
Can I
wanna-
be the new Rasputin?
You're already there.
No, Spooky. Let me see. Spooky Keats. Keats, you'd have to be like I want you to represent me everywhere I go. I think you'd be the perfect. So I don't know. I'd call you the ambassador. You're the ambassador of
secretary?
the ambassador of everywhere.
Okay.
The
I'm the
Chancellor of
ambassador
Spin.
everywhere.
Yeah, you're the ambassador of everywhere. So wherever I need you to go and speak on my behalf, Keats, that's where you're gonna go. Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
I
Okay.
dutifully accept this nomination.
Thank you. Genocide. You're gonna be the vice. I think because you know so much about what I know. I'm gonna actually make you vice
I can
president
handle that.
of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can handle that.
So if I get off, guys, then Genocide's in charge.
And then you're fucked.
So you might want to keep me around.
Basically, I'm just calling tabloids all the time and feeding them.
Okay.
There you
Keep
go.
feeding them and feeding them.
Then you can
No,
call
the
it-
Inquirer. It has to be the Inquirer will be the only place that you'll actually give real information. Okay. It's just the
You
Inquirer.
gotta call the YouTube content creators and give them their briefings, Keats.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder, does the Inquirer have stock? Are they like traded on the stock market? Can we like actually send in their direction and maybe we could actually make them like the
Sure, their
number one
parent
fucking
company
newspaper
is.
in the world? What do you say?
I think they
parent
went the
company.
way that they're just online now. I don't even think they're in print
Yeah.
anymore.
But I'm saying maybe we could get stock, help to rise their stock so they can actually go back to print and shit, and that'll be like the source of every paranormal fucking story that comes out.
You're gonna start the new GameStop Reddit thing.
That's what I'm
Everyone
saying.
buy an National
Game
Enquirer.
Spook.
Yeah.
Let's do it. National
Bad Boy
Enquirer.
stock.
That's
Bad
right.
Boy stocks.
There you go. There you guys go. So maybe everybody get on their little apps and start finding their thing and then pass it around. We can invest in that. Okay. We're gonna bring the National Enquirer back. That's gonna be the official paper. That's where all the fucking real shit's gonna be told.
You get free
Their
coupons
own
for Jiggy
webpage.
Juice every issue.
And Backpage for those people who used to like the Backpage. Aren't there people who are desperate and like Backpage or whatever?
Oh, I remember
The
Backpage.
two guys
That's still
got
a thing.
arrested for that crazy shit that they got arrested for.
So
And
I
sea
don't know.
monkeys. Sea monkeys.
By the way, it's cold as balls in Colorado right now. Is everyone getting hit with this Arctic
Yep.
blast?
Let me see.
Have fun with that.
I got a foot
To
of
be
snow.
fair, it's cold here too. So
It's a balmy 27 degrees where I'm at.
Oh man,
balmy.
that sounds lovely comparatively. We're like -2.
You can keep that shit. That's why I don't live in Colorado.
I know. That's why we're moving.
Wait, how far above sea level do you live, Keith?
Oh, we're a mile. We're a mile high in Denver. So,
So what's the actual like feet? wise?
5280,
All right.
I
Wow.
think is the.
I'm scared. I'm scared to go up high now. since my fucking in that shit in Pine Top, man. I don't know if it was the altitude or whatever that fucked me up. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to get high enough.
How high were you?
I only know that because it's like lingo in Colorado and Denver to like cite 5280.
Hmm.
It's really goofy.
So. Lee, wait, isn't it almost 7,000 feet where we were at?
No, I think it was around.
No, it
six
was.
something.
I think it was closer to. Well, I'm saying but I think it was still closer to 7,000. But it's definitely over 6,000 feet.
Like where the casino is, that up there on Pine Top, it's at 7, right? But down where we were at wasn't quite it.
Gotcha. Yeah, because that's shit.
I'll actually be near Genocide by summer.
Awesome.
Sounds like it's a party.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like a party.
Pacific Northwest
Everyone's
for
just gonna
life.
congeal in Washington.
Wait, and Spooky, aren't you coming to America? Is it this year or next year?
Hopefully this year if COVID goes away.
Got you.
So next year.
I'll be up and ready this summer. And
Maggie,
for-
Maggie wants to come here too. She's been trying to plan it for forever.
Can't you just send? Can't you send her the link?
No, I mean coming to America.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about come on here right now.
No, I was kind of talking to Spooky, but would you butt out, Jiggy? I'm talking to Spooky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Goodbye.
Oh, see, he's gonna go rub one out. See,
Spooky.
Yeah,
where you moving
literally.
to?
Robin called it. Look at that
I
icon.
know. I learned how to call it. I know. He threw me into his show, cold.
Look, he's
said, "I'm
covered in
gonna go-"
jiggy juice.
He said he says, "You take over. I'm going to go rub one out."
Going to the bishop. So Spooky, where are you moving to over here? Or where we want to move to?
I wasn't moving. I was coming out to do some work, but
Okay.
if I had the money, I was gonna go around and
Sure.
visit people, maybe.
Heck yeah, you can make a tour of the U.S.
Yeah.
Hit all the high spots. There aren't
And the
many.
low spot.
And the low spots, exactly. Don't forget the low. Why is it always gonna be the high spots? Like the low spots is where all the fun is at. Shit.
I know
It's
you
true,
have.
it's true.
You have.
I'll
friends in
mostly
low
be in the low
places.
spots, like on the coast. So
We have a couple of coasts.
I gotta
live-
say,
I live
road,
on a coast.
road tripping through COVID is the way
Gulf
to go.
Coast
Though.
most likely.
What'd you say? The South Coast?
Yeah, like Gulf Coast.
Got you.
Don't come in
Where the
September.
weather's at.
Where those hurricanes are at.
Weather.
Yep.
September. Do not go in September. You'll have to evacuate.
everywhere.
No, Robin, my job is hurricanes.
Oh well, then it'll be right up your alley.
It will be.
Hurricane Alley.
Okay, somebody
Hurricaneally.
not so good at trolling says cool sweatshirt. Are you talking about Jiggy sweatshirt? That Pac-Man
He has a
sweatshirt?
dope sweatshirt. I'll fight you.
Did you call it Pac-Man?
You look like Pac-Man. Or what's that other
Miss Pac-Man?
No, you got to grow out your hair. for
My
Miss
hair.
Pac-
No, I'd look more like Pac-Man and bald than I would if I had hair.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. But Pac-Man didn't have any hair. Miss Pac-Man, didn't she just have like a fucking ribbon on her or some shit?
Yeah, she had a ribbon.
We like to
Oh.
dive into the deep truths on the Jiggy Juice Hour.
I know. All you need is a little like a bow on your head,
The fuck
Then
I
you'll
would
be
put a
Miss
bow in my head for?
just so you can be Miss Pac-Man.
I
we
don't
get
need to
you
be
a
Miss
toupee?
Pac-Man.
Well, then why are we talking about this, Jiggy?
We have no idea.
Because you talked about the other yellow one. I said, what? Miss Pac-Man is the other one, yellow one. And you
No, I
ran
meant
with-
the other. What is that guy from? Is it Despicable Me? The little cute-
Minions.
Oh, the Minions.
Yeah.
The Minions. You have
The
a
Minions.
Minion shirt on. Your head's even a cool shape for it.
What's his name? God or something?
Okay.
Gru? Is that
Brew,
what
that's
Gru?
it.
Yeah. Put on some goggles.
I need goggles.
They're
Yeah,
so
Minion, yeah.
damn cute and they're iconic. You see fire
Banana.
hydrants and trash cans painted like minions all across the U.S. They're darling. So you've been complimented, Jiggy.
Okay. He just said it was a cool. I mean, but thank you. I mean, I just don't know how
You're
I ended up being
welcome.
Pac-Man and a minion. But okay, I'll roll with it. You know, I'll be a minion. I could be Pac-Man.
Well, so every time you put on that sweatshirt, you're going to have those thoughts. Should I put this on today? Is somebody going to call me a minion? Is somebody going to call me?
No.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't. I won't.
I know you will.
No, you're still thinking about Moose Knuckle. Every time you put on a pair of pants, you're thinking about Moose Knuckle. You know you've been looking down like.
I can't see down there. Are you kidding? I'm an old woman.
You mean you can't see down there?
I can't remember the last time I well, okay, maybe sitting down I can. I have no knuckles.
You're all camel?
No, it's sort of like an English muffin.
What the fuck?
Blueberry.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture the English muffin and shit. Like, is it a Thomas's or is it like the store brand that doesn't have all the milks and crannies and shit?
Okay, better description: a Parker House roll.
The fuck is
that?
That like
went way over my head.
exactly?
Wow.
That must be some highfalutin kind of roll or some shit. What the fuck is a Parker House roll?
A Parker House roll. Well, Google it. I'll wait.
No, I'm not googling shit. Somebody else can Google that. Well, it's like my leg. My leg looks like the top of a wheat bread, like just when a fresh baked. You know how the loaf looks at the top? It's got the little crevices. That's what my leg looks like.
Oh, sort of like a well-risen sourdough loaf that you've done rustically.
But just what do you mean
your wood
rustically?
stove.
You're saying blackened? Is rustic like blackened? Because you know the bread would have to have some color to it to look like my leg.
No,
That's why I said wheat. You
Good
know,
lie.
ergo me saying wheat bread. You know, I was
no.
like wheat bread. Like you know, it looks like you know.
No,
brown.
I'm talking about the process, cooking it on a cast iron stove with a lid and a Dutch oven. Okay, I'm here to educate
Oh Lord, have
you.
mercy! I know. Listen, we are not going to go down Studebaker Lane right now. Okay, we're not going
Back
to go to
in
Lovers.
the day.
Don't,
When I was on Little House on the Prairie.
Is that what you made for Jesus? You served him wine and bread.
Studebaker
No, they
Lane.
had fish.
Wine and bread.
She's married to the Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Da, 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 da. I can't remember the rest of the words to that. Do you know the Muffin Man? Do you? I guess those are the only words.
He lived-
Drury Lane.
It's a very short song.
Yeah, to be fair, Robin, that's all I remember.
Is there more to it? Like,
Watch,
That's
there's like satanic verses afterwards.
And of course, Keats knows that.
well,
because-
Keith, have you ever like nursery rhymes are some fucked up shit? If you actually know,
They are.
Oh no!
We did a whole show about
The
nursery
original
rhymes, like when you break them down. There's some crazy shit.
Oh, Ring Around the Rosie. Holy
Yeah.
fuck!
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Black Plague.
Yes,
Jesus.
You know-
Jack and Jill.
Freda Jacques. You know the Freda Jacques. You ever see that's a Freda Jacques? That shit is about what's his name? Father John. Father John is actually dead. Like, are you sleeping? No, Father John is dead. Or Brother John, excuse me. Brother John is actually
Brother
dead. He's
John
not sleeping. He's dead.
Yeah. Oh, look at the
And then the
maypole
funeral is
dance.
ding ding dong.
Look at the maypole dance. It's a fertility thing, and they have like these little kids doing the maypole. Ugh.
There's nothing wrong.
It's a fertility thing, correct?
Right, I understand that, but there's lots of things like just the kids dancing on a maypole with a thing isn't. I don't think they're really thinking that way.
Well, no,
today.
we don't think that when we're singing "Ring Around the Rosie" either. Holding
Right,
hands.
I did.
Well, I mean, Ring Around the Rosie is like it's dark. You know, the origins. Like fertility isn't a dark subject.
Then have grown-up people doing it. Don't have these little.
What about
teeny-
sugar skulls then?
What about that?
And Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, like
I
if they
love
corrupt it.
sugar skulls.
Exactly.
I mean, I love that. Like in the idea of setting a place for. It's like Ezekiel, right?
Mhm.
Setting a place for your dead relative or for the saint to come.
Yeah, Yeah, you pay tribute, and then you dance and you sing and you have good food and you light candles and do sparkly things. I love it. I love the colors and the brilliance and the sentiment.
Me
and
too.
The festive atmosphere of it. I've been to a couple of those celebrations, and they're awesome.
Yeah, there's nothing. I would argue there's nothing dark about death, and actually, that's what's missing from a lot of modern culture is the celebration of it.
Absolutely.
But Ring Around the Rosie, that's a fun one.
Pocket full of posies.
Ashes, ashes, we all fall
down.
Burning the
Red Rover, Red Rover.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
Oh, the self-destruct sequence.
It wasn't me. Who
Yay!
hit the button? We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Eternal damnation.
You're not wrong.
Who? What?
Yeah, who
What?
says we're not already dead?
You all are dead. You're all dead with me. I told you. Come on, this is my
Right, it's 2006 or right?
I know,
5,
it's not
right?
cool.
Well, yeah, and isn't it a blast? I'd
It
rather
was
be
2012 on repeat.
here than
It's true.
anyplace
Quetzalcoatl came.
I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds. I gotta
No,
fix something.
it's
On the groundhog
2012,
Day
but
show.
it's David Wilcock's version of 2012 on repeat.
Oh, Jiggy,
Which
left
is
the
really
red
just
one on.
cribbing on the Daniel Pinchbeck shit. Like,
Yep.
Yep.
David
No.
Wilcock doesn't know shit. I think we've all established that.
David
cool
who?
with the mustache, though. Yeah.
Hey, Out of Mind is in the chat. Hi, Deb.
What's up,
Boy, that was great, guys.
That's about as close to a cult as we're ever gonna
I
get.
know, right? I was expecting someone to just turn around and say
Hey.
for the children now.
You guys, we just outdid CW Chanter.
That wasn't very hard.
In that moment.
No comment, by the way.
Oh, I know you're
No, he went after me yesterday for no
He was
fucking
gonna
reason.
fuck you,
really?
Why'd you get him triggered on this time?
That was Ronan. That was not Keith.
It was Steve
All
Ronan.
Ronan.
Oh, well, that's usual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jiggy.
So loud.
You gotta feel those jobs, man. You just don't make it self.
Dang. Jiggy.
Why did he flush before peeing?
Because
Double flip.
You're scaring my dog, Biggie.
If my dog's
You
disgust me.
boy, would somebody call a plumber for Jiggy?
No!
Huh? Okay, Jiggy. Damn it, Jiggy, you missed it.
You're not coming up here, bud.
I'm not talking.
It's so obtrusive.
I'm not
Bus
saying
is
another
backing up.
fucking word.
Oh man.
Helmets are voluntary.
I'm not talking in.
I've actually used that simple. They use that in
Did
the
you
old
wash your
Wolfman
hands,
Jack
Biggie?
radio show. The Coyote Howl.
Did I wash my hands? No, I'm I'm an alien. I don't have to wash my hands.
I
And he
don't-
did,
okay.
and he didn't
All right.
shave
He just peed on
either.
it.
He's probably got a spot on the front of his pants.
No, he just peed on his hands. That way they're all sanitized and younger.
Thank you. Duh. It's Jiggy Juice. I mean, my pee it's everything. So what's your problem?
I feel like really judged now about the hand washing.
Well, you come here to be judged. That's
Well,
why we're all here.
It's almost funnier when it comes after the sentence.
He's ready. Ah, I knew it. His finger was on the trigger.
I'm gonna take y'all for a walk with me if my connection dips out. Know that
Connection? Where are we walking to get there, Keith?
Don't give us any details. Just walk with us and listen, okay?
Go with God.
I'm gonna go rub one out in the middle of a park.
Dominus.
The crazy thing is, about looking at the numbers is there's 15 people who have nothing else to do on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. So cool, we're all having fun.
Those are pretty good numbers, Jiggy. When I've joined before, there's been like 4 people watching.
And it's
like
all
late
been
at
us.
night.
On the channel.
Yeah.
I don't even know the amount. I don't even necessarily pay attention. I just happen to look forward because I keep looking up the stupid fucking screen, which is a mile away from me right now. That shit might as well be another fucking planet.
Your brand is growing.
I wonder if he thumbs you down. That's what I'm curious about.
Somebody who just came in.
Wait, really? He got a thumbs down? Okay. He got a thumbs down.
But he only got one. He needs more.
I know.
I was like, that could be anyone, considering me
That's just
or
some
Robin
random person who
shows.
just comes in. Like some people sometimes just come in too. Because what it is if you think about it, I doubt that anybody on the fucking other side is gonna fucking spend time watching these fucking streams trying to go through all the shit we talk in the stream.
Right.
No, they took the time to do a drive-by thumb down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Drive-by
they do
thumbs
drive-by.
No. But if
Sometimes
Dave
I do
Wilcox is
drive-by.
watching the stream, fuck him, man. He blocked me on Twitter.
Who?
David Wilcock.
Oh, he hasn't blocked me yet.
You look good with the mustache.
So
Dude,
he
I got
blocked me on
blocked by
Twitter,
Matt.
but
Like
he's
a
friends with me on
danger.
Facebook. It's really weird.
Yeah, I told
he hasn't
Jonaside
blocked
I'll
me.
carrier pigeon messages to him if he needs.
Corey fucking like out the gate, like and his wife, because his wife used to be my friend on Facebook too. All of a sudden she was like, I'm not your friend anymore.
Oh, too bad. So sad.
Oh, big love.
Big
How
love.
weird is the people who don't
Very
have
sad.
to be blocked?
For you, Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix, exactly. Phoenix. She's rising from the ashes.
I think she's diving into him.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Meeting people is hilarious. Anyways, moving right along. Oh, Lee, the adventures. Lee, we're gonna do a movie one day about all this shit. We're gonna do a documentary, okay? Like their documentaries and shit, but we're gonna do it like watching all this shit unfold all these years.
I'm working on one already.
Oh God, just leave me out of it.
It's just a load of pee scenes of Jiggy so far.
You're gonna have a cameo. We have to wear a Ghostbusters costume.
Don't ruin it.
I'm not playing Wilson Zittamore. Let me tell you something. That motherfucker, out of a lot of, I mean, some people are assholes, but this motherfucker, like, it was Danny Glover, Tony Todd, which is my boy. We're all in the same room having a conversation.
He's cool as fuck.
What'd you say?
I've met Tony Todd.
He's cool as shit. He's
We
absolutely.
had a conversation, a 15-minute conversation with people waiting to get his autograph.
Dude,
Just
that's my guy. Like that dude is like hit me up like and fucking like I'll be at a place and he's there like, yo, what are you doing? Let's go party tonight. Yo, let's go. Yo, he's cool as shit. But yo, that motherfucker Wilson, what the fuck is his real name? Ernie Hudson is his real name, right? The black Ghostbuster.
Yeah, from the club.
Out of everybody I met as a paranormal investigator, I thought at least, this motherfucker would be a little bit taken aback or just want to have some kind of conversation. He was the coldest, most rudest motherfucker I think I have met to date at one of these cons. I am not bullshitting you.
I haven't met him.
Asshole.
That's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because I was like, yo, this dude's the fucking black Ghostbuster. He's in the motherfucker.
Never meet your idols.
He ain't my shit. Let me do idols. I don't. Yeah, you won't. You don't. Yeah, exactly. You won't hear me throw that word around. Like I'm not an idol kind of guy. Like it's just not my thing. It's not an idol. It's just more.
What's that gonna say?
I know. I prefer to
fan
be,
of
Carson Book. Ruben, I have
Oh, it's
be
the
an idol.
Billy Carson.
Oh, the Emerald
Robert.
Tablet.
tooth.
Yeah.
I had a copy of that. in
Yeah.
Canada.
To my
Maybe
good.
I won it in a radio competition on Fade to Black. It was signed.
Oh.
Have you seen some of his latest stuff he's done?
Oh God, have you
No.
seen? We were talking about it Thursday. The fucking his latest book, the fucking woke don't mean broke shit. He's on the cover looking like he thinks he's some fucking ascending master guru Negro shit. I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to.
He
Negro
did something
Domus.
about
I got into a
manifesting
fight with him on
destiny.
Facebook about that like 2 years ago.
Man.
When he was he was just being like really demeaning about people that don't have financial means to like.
right. It's
do stuff.
arrogant. It doesn't make sense. Like what?
Yeah.
You're talking about this love and light and achieving spirituality and aliens and all these incredible things. How does money fit into all that? I don't get it. You're supposed to be above the rest of us. You're supposed to be showing people the light and the way to get there. So if you already know the path, it's the same thing with church. Like, why does all this shit require money? You should be past money. It shouldn't mean anything to you. What the fuck would you need worldly possessions for if you're about to ascend and go some fucking place? Because your ass knows you ain't going nowhere.
I'm going to
Have
Valhalla.
a Lamborghini.
If you knew you were going to die tomorrow, there's two things you could do, no matter how much money you have. You can either go spend it, or you're going to start thinking about who you're going to leave it to, or some shit like that. You're not going to be thinking about, I'm taking this money with me, unless you're just a fucking idiot, which some people have. They thought they're going to take their money with them. They're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, then the court takes it and
No,
puts it
then
in
the
the
grave
There's my
robbers
tips,
get it and
everything
shit
else.
like that. Everybody gets that shit. However it gets gotten, it ain't going with you. That shit is physically
Oh,
still here.
You mean
Dude,
like
I would put all my
very-
money in crypto and write down the password and mail it to my daughter.
There you go. I'm just
Well, I'm
saying.
gonna
but
download my brain into the internet and live
Good luck.
forever.
I already did that.
I am the internet. That's what you don't get. I told you.
Down here in the South, that's why we do it every Thursday.
I am the internet. I created the internet
And we
back
play
in
our
2000.
banjos.
In 2006, I made it even better. See,
Oh, Out of Mind in the chat says it's 3 degrees there. Deb, where the fuck do you live? 3
Wisconsin.
degrees.
Wow.
It's
That's
19
warm.
here.
she's in
Holy-
Wisconsin. Haven't you heard that? Let me see. Is she available to come in?
Wisconsin.
That fucking accent. She's like, what accent?
I
Jiggy? What-
love
what-
her
What
accent.
accent, Jiggy? I'm trying to remember how she says it too.
Wisconsin.
What
Yeah.
accent? I don't have an accent.
I
Got good
gotta see-
idea.
Deb,
Eh?
come on.
Hold on, let me see. Where is
I
she?
say that with love.
It's all said with love. All of it.
Ain't nothing but love.
I got nothing but love for you, baby.
Oh, thank you.
You don't know that song? Come on.
Yeah, that song.
Whoa, my phone's trying to pay for something. I'm not even in the store. What the fuck?
What?
Stop that. I just touched my phone. It came up saying, hey, do you want to pay? And I'm like, pay for what?
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 Hold on. Well, we hook myself up to your phone. So when it says, hey, you want to pay? You just say, yes, go ahead. No problem. Jiggy, go shopping.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
send
here you go.
I'll send you my
Beep boop.
Venmo.
You going to send me some money through Venmo? No problem. What'd you say?
Yeah, I'll let you and Robin connect over that.
Okay, so well, I'll be the recipient, right? I'll give you my
Okay.
cash app.
You'll both think that you're
The bail money.
the recipients, and
You-
you'll
you
be
send the
stuck
what
in an
to who?
endless loop.
You sending what to who, Robin? What do you say?
Mm.
Robin needs the bail money.
Who the fuck?
Oh, right.
Who's
Yeah.
going to jail?
No,
Robin.
Well, it's in case she gets caught doing scenes.
Oh, she's going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
She going jail.
She is
I'm
shady.
going to jail.
She is kind
Hey,
of shady, though. You got to watch her, though.
I've been threatened with going to jail recently. You know, I have a troll,
FBI?
a stalker who has threatened me with jail. I'm going to prison.
Is that mouth of yours getting you in trouble on the internet? Is that what's going on, Robin?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Then you're living a good life.
I love running rent free in those people's heads, to be honest with you.
Oh, no kidding. And this guy keeps making videos. He made a bunch of them this morning, and one of them, he always gives me a mention, and I'm going to get cancer and I'm going to die from a heart attack. Well, duh, who doesn't? And he's because I will not admit that he's Jesus. So this guy is just after me. So I'm going to jail. He has sent the FBI, the CIA, and his lawyers, and he's going to fly out here and have me arrested.
Do you have a
Where's he from?
cease and desist yet?
Good day,
In the restraining
stranger.
order?
Hey,
Is
Jim.
this Justin?
Yeah.
It is Justin. Justin, Jesus,
Ah,
jack off.
Where's he from?
He lives in North
Nazareth.
Carolina.
North Kakalaka, huh?
Oh God, this dude's so
Nazareth. He's
nuts.
from Nazareth.
He lives
Wait,
in
what
North
part of
Carolina in a prefab house on somebody's acreage, and he rents this place, and he's just so high on himself. He's just
It's called meth.
no, I think he's just nuts as fuck. Meth is
Yeah,
kinder than that.
it's way beyond meth, unfortunately.
However, he is getting skinnier. I noticed his last videos. His head, his skin was
What's
kind
this, Mario? Where are you?
This isn't
He's
the one.
trying to
that
Mario's
really
trying to one up everybody and show
Mario-
us how cold
yeah.
it is out where he's at and shit. And he's got a little snow.
Where is he?
aw.
Oh, so that's what Canada looks like.
Oh, Mario, really?
How you guys doing?
Hi.
Good. How are you, Mario? Staying warm?
I can hear him crunching as he
Yeah.
walks.
That's his nuts. They're
Is
frozen.
it cold?
They're frozen.
Is it really cold?
They're clanging together like those kids' toys, clappers.
Wait, is that a moose? Oh, of course it is. Canada.
No, that's a Canadian.
Wait, the Canadians look like mooses? A bunch of mooses?
Wait, is that moose got a squirrel?
What river is that, Mario?
Can't tell you because I'm gonna dox myself.
No, true.
I think that.
Nobody don't care where you live. They ain't never been coming up there to fuck with you.
God, we can't even cross the border. Are you serious?
Well,
yeah.
the other day, what's his name? Michael gave you guys a little bit of a view, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna go for a run anyway. I'll show you guys the view here.
But you ain't running, motherfucker. You walking. Stop bullshit.
Well, cause I just got here. I'm not gonna fucking run. It's gonna be all shaky.
Yeah, how you gonna run on ice though? It's like that shit looks like all right.
Excuse me.
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Yo,
I'm actually not.
I watched a video today.
I'm not running.
She was showing how she can run in high heels, and she kept showing different levels of high heels and shit, up to like a 9-inch, 10-inch fucking heel. And she was running all them shits on ice, on sand, on dirt.
Yeah, and so how old is this person?
I don't know. She's probably a prostitute though, because I remember prostitutes like they can always run no matter
Oh,
what.
they can haul ass.
And the strippers, they can run those heels.
They're all track stars. All prostitutes in the streets are track stars.
Yeah,
Cocktail waitresses too. We learn how to run in heels.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of run. When you running in heels around a place like that, but I'm talking about when you're on the streets and the cops are after you, them motherfuckers, they haul ass like track stars.
Yeah.
In the old combat zone, especially.
See, no excuses.
No excuses?
No excuses. You got people here, older.
That's
younger.
really pretty where you're at, Mario. It's really
Yeah,
pretty.
it really is. I bet it's pretty in the springtime.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Problem is the city's shit. Like, there's really nothing to do, but we have beautiful landscapes.
Well, you're doing what you do here, so here's your entertainment.
Well, that's why I'm out. I'm tired of being at home, and today wasn't that cold. It was like minus 22 or something. So
minus 22.
Did you bring sunscreen then?
Oh yeah. There you
You
go.
wearing shorts or you wearing like trousers? Seems like short weather, sunny.
Yeah, okay.
So this is what I'm actually doing today. Stairs. I'm gonna be a bitch, so I gotta go. Let's see.
All right, Rocky, good luck. Make sure you get to the top. You do the Rocky pose and jump around, okay?
You gotta listen to Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Take care. Stay warm. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow.
That is so
It's pretty.
Yeah, get up there, wave your fists in the air, and jump around and
jump up.
I'm doing it for the SBA,
You can do
baby.
it.
Yeah, be Rocky.
Aww.
It's for the SBA.
Okay, this guy you're passing he's gonna think you're weird for talking to yourself.
Well, everyone is looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Oh, why? People nowadays it makes sense. People are talking to themselves.
Everybody's out with a phone when
Right.
they go out.
Well, I still see homeless guys without a phone talking to themselves.
Shit, you
Anyway,
never.
last view, and I gotta go. See you guys.
All right, brother.
Take care, Mario.
Stay safe.
Remember when they
slip.
first came out with earpieces for cell phones and shit? That's when it was weird. Like you'd see somebody walking on the street and they're talking, and you're like, "Why the fuck is this person talking to themselves?" You had to get used to it.
Yeah, the
Now
taxi.
everybody does it.
Guy getting me talking to me, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, sir." And he's like, "I'm on the phone," and he's showing me. I'm like, "Well, maybe you should tell someone that. It's kind of rude."
Exactly.
Yeah, Mario, don't slip and break a hip.
Really?
Don't slip.
And
Watch
break
your
a hip? Did you write that down and think about that one because it rhymed?
Well, I'm gonna have it as part of the Granny brand.
Oh, it's the Granny brand now. Always plug it. It's always about business with you.
And the Granny's
Granny.
on tomorrow for the Valentine show at 9 a.m. Pacific. I'll be there in the chat.
See, Jiggy, neater,
Granny's and the
neater.
lobster.
I wait.
have a
I
fan.
wait for notifications.
Thank you for-
Notifications.
Thank you for being a fan, Jonathan. Thank you
I love
for
my
being
grannies.
a fan. You're like one of the golden girls, Jonathan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's doo-doo butter.
It doo-doo butter.
Yeah, his connection's going in and out. He's like there's like a circle around his screen. He's
Hmm.
probably not getting a good connection. That's why he said he'll be dropping because he's out there. He's trying to one up Mario and show where he's at, but Mario clearly has the superior connection right now.
I know Mario just won the internet.
Canadian connection.
Oh, I see a little spinny thing on doo-doo butter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's
Mario
do this.
Mario has the better connection. Mario won today. Sorry, Keith.
Hmm?
Mario's the winner. You get absolutely fucking nothing, Mario. Okay?
I mean,
Congratulations.
You won nothing. Okay? You want to use Colossus back? I can send you one of those.
We're going to give you double.
Oh, okay. Boy, I don't want to be called out for this, but Jill D in the chat, I understand the pressure you're under with that. Even I kind of know you have some misgivings, but damn,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you're going through that
Feel
just
better, Jill.
to keep your
I
job.
just read that.
I didn't even see what's going on.
She got the first COVID shot.
Yeah, she's getting a number 2. So yeah, a lot of peer pressure. Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Jill D. Yeah. You could have refused. Yeah, I know. Yeah, boy. I'm not.
Speaking of that, I have a little moral dilemma going on. I'm sorry, Robin. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you go.
I finally got a position. I've been looking for a remote job for some time, and I finally got one. And the bad news is that I'm going to be scheduling COVID vaccinations appointments. So that kind of is like, shit.
Oh boy, talk about a moral dilemma.
Well,
Yeah.
I heard you, Robin. I heard you start to talk about it, so I figured I'd just jump back in quick. And I know I should be grateful that I was able to get it, because I know there's so many people that want it. Just I really didn't, and is what it is. Actually, Jiggy saw me that day. He was live and I was in my office, so I joined his stream. But yeah, I felt like shit for the last 2 days, and the worst part is too, I get a text message from the CDC every day to track my symptoms, which is God, God,
That's horrifying.
Oh geez,
isn't it? Isn't that horrifying?
Jeez, boy, now you're in the machine, sweetheart.
Yep. I am part of their
Well, it's nice knowing you,
trial
Jill.
I'm sorry?
Jill's actually an AI now.
I am. That's what I texted my friends. I said I am officially infiltrated by AI technology now. They will be able to track me. Not that they already weren't, but yeah.
Honey.
I have a question. Were you advised to isolate for 2 weeks, considering that you now have COVID, because of skin shed and such? I'm very curious about that.
Nope. We were told that, so where I work, they did many virtual town halls talking about it, because people had those concerns, like, could I spread it? And nope, I was not told to isolate. I work from home anyways, and this is what I find ironic. So, like, I work from home. My boyfriend, though, he goes to work every single day. Where he works, he's essential. I have 2 kids that go to school in person. One's in college, one's in elementary school. And I'm the one getting vaccinated. Not that I want my kids to get it, but it's like, I don't see anybody except for you people on YouTube. I don't, I go grocery shopping, and like, I have the least amount of exposure to people.
Same here.
But yeah, we were supposed to be part of like phase 2, meaning like April. And all of a sudden we started getting emails saying to register, and I held off to the last second. And I tried to use every medical reason I could think of why I should be excluded for now. But they're like, nope. You just got to stay an extra 15 minutes and yada, yada. And you know what's so funny? Everyone keeps talking about March 4th. That's when I'm getting my second vaccine.
Right in the middle of the second inauguration.
Yep, when the world's going to explode, I'm going to be getting my second vaccination. I'll probably have to take the next day off from work. Most people are finding They're that
Wow.
sick. But I felt like absolute shit for 2 days. Today I'm better, but
So, boy, I retired in September. I'm semi-retired. We closed our office in September. We're still doing remote stuff, but I worked in a medical industry that did not promote vaccines. They weren't anti-vax, but they didn't promote it. They say it's up to you. Consult your general practitioner. This is a functional medicine office, and no, and then when people would ask us out, in fact, when I take calls, I still get asked the question about the vaccine, and I have to answer them honestly. I said I cannot advise you. Use your own judgment. Consult with your other healthcare professionals, but. And then then eventually they get around to saying, "Are you getting one?" And I said, "I'm waiting."
Yeah.
The entity I worked for, they say they're waiting to see, because the numbers keep changing, the stats keep changing, everything keeps changing hour by hour.
Oh, it's insanity.
You cannot. So the best, and I'm so glad that we don't have to deal with it. But because you know what, these days, probably we would have been shut down because we did not promote it. We said, use your brain, use your judgment, consult with other people. I can't advise you. And that's what that little part of the industry was saying. We would be shut down now for not being on board with the go get it fast, get in line, sign up, call up, get on the registry. So I am so glad to be where I am right
now. People are up in arms in Massachusetts because we seem to be slow. Like other states, they have vaccinated more people, like in the general public, than Mass has. And who knows? But Deb, I could totally relate to what you're saying, because part of my job is like I have to track how many COVID tests that we perform. And when the vaccine came out,
take care, Lee.
That'll be good.
Bye, sweetheart.
Gotta keep listening. Great talk, man.
Lee's like,
awesome.
COVID, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
No,
Later, Taylor.
Fascinating. I haven't heard this stuff, so keep going.
So there is actually a antibody infusion for treatment of people with that are positive COVID, but there's only a certain population that can get it. So I have to actually track all the vaccines we give, all the infusions, all the testing. I like live and breathe COVID all day long. It's one part of my job that I don't like, but
yeah.
But I work for a children's hospital, so it's a big deal.
Right.
Oh, geez. For the first time yesterday, for the very first time, I know somebody personally that tested positive. And I've worked in the healthcare industry for a couple of decades. But I've heard of people who know people who know people. There are always those reports, but this is my office mate, and we're now working remotely. She's tested positive for COVID, and she has been. She signed up for Cedars-Sinai. They're having an immunoglobulin. They're having some kind of a immunotherapy treatment.
Yeah, that's what we're doing that at Children's, the same infusion.
Okay, I wonder if that's part of your tracking thing, because my office mate is going into that, and then they said 48 to 72 hours, you'll know if it's worked.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing. There's only a certain age group, and if you can't be on a ventilator, like there's all these parameters around the people that can get it. And so I work for a children's hospital, but we're having people that are adults referred to our facility because we're one of the only organizations in the Boston area that has the capability to provide that service. So it's been quite a ride. I just wanted, just because I mentioned in the chat, and I heard you talk about it, I figured I'd just chime in and give you my 2 cents, guys.
Well,
I'm glad you did.
Me too. There aren't a whole lot of places.
Let me know.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of places we can talk about this.
Right.
Thank you, Jiggy, for
Yeah.
letting us blather on. But,
Thank you guys for sharing too, especially the folks who are on
And
the
let me
front
whine
line.
like a big baby. Oh, I got my vaccine and I don't feel good. Wow,
Oh,
wow,
I
wow.
hope
honey.
you're feeling better. I mean, I just,
Yeah,
and you're not dead. So, you know, you're doing good. There's a lot of people that are not doing well.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. The second one will be kicking my ass, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
hopefully Diggy will be live to give me some entertainment while I lay in bed, feeling like death.
Bless your heart. Okay, I have to ask you, do you often get like the seasonal flu stuff? Are you do you get sick during flu season normally?
You know, yes and no. I mean, it depends. You know, I have kids, so you know.
Oh God, little petri dishes.
Yeah, little
they
petri
bring home
dishes.
everything.
So I did get I had the flu 2 Christmases ago. I was so sick, but a lot of it was just due to being run down and other things. I have to get the flu. I have to get the flu shot. I'm mandated to get the flu shot. Like I don't have a choice. But I've been getting that for years.
Aloha.
Whatever with that. But oh, look at that. Keats is back. Keats, I totally get the struggle with the internet. My
Oh my
little
God.
guy is not here, which is why my Wi-Fi is not kicking out. But
wow, yeah. Hi, Keats.
I'll still be in the chat, but I got to drop off of this for now, guys.
Well, hope you're feeling better, hon. I hope you're feeling better.
Feel better, and thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Jill. Godspeed.
Anytime. Thank you so much, guys.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
See ya.
What is this guy saying in the chat? I can't read it. What the fuck?
What
is
who?
Michael says, "Are you guys going to be on for a while?"
Oh, it says WTF Dr. Dre in a stream.
What?
Dre? Oh, what's
Huh?
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Someone
Dr.
thinks
Dre.
Dr. Dre.
I'm with Dr. Dre. Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. NWA Dr. Dre.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Shazam.
he asked a legitimate
Real
question.
talk.
Which
Yeah.
Dr. Dre you talking about? Motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre.
Yeah.
Just saying. You gotta be more
Nowadays, everybody want to talk.
Thank you, Jill, for sharing that. Though that is, again, somebody on the front lines who's dealing with this and working with it and stuff. So,
And just being so deeply involved in so many ways.
Yeah.
Bless her.
so her information is valid. She's not talking out of her ass.
She's not talking out her ass, and boy, it's touchy, and there's so much information, conflicting information coming out so much.
Well, that's my problem with it. Every other day, the CDC, the AMA, the FDA, the UN, they have a different version of what's going on, and they keep changing it. And it's really insane. It's sheer insanity.
State by state, they're giving stats, and they change it, and they've stopped giving the sources for the stats that they're reporting. Where are they coming from? Which hospitals? Pinpoint that for me. And are they just positive tests, or are they people really sick? It's real.
Well, as of today, 653 deaths in the U.S. from the vaccine, and over 12,000 fatality injuries, vax injuries. So that's where I'm seeing the differences, and there's not as many COVID deaths as there is COVID death from vax at this juncture.
That's a stunning percentile so far. That's actually quite worrying.
Yeah.
And so this is the other side finally reporting in. So just, if you're able to, you guys just stay quiet and listen and watch and just see how it unfolds. If you have that luxury of not being forced into doing something you don't feel right about. Oh, God,
I'm horrified that my family is
that's
can't
great advice,
wait.
though. That's great advice, Robin. You know what I mean?
I'm going to get into trouble. I could get into trouble for saying that even.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I get what you're saying, though. Just pay attention. And
Pay attention.
See what's going on.
If you have the luxury of just sit tight and pay attention, do it. That's what I'm doing.
My joke is that they're just injecting COVID for herd immunity.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing. That's what vaccinations are, actually.
Well, yeah,
they are strains of what they're vaccinating you against. That's the whole point.
But the funny thing is, oh shit, I'm going to say it.
I know. Say it. Say it.
It's not really a vaccine. It is not classified as a
Correct.
vaccine.
All right, be careful what you say. Please don't get my little young stream here pulled.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I know.
can't. We got to be careful.
I'm shutting the fuck up.
Okay, me too. Because I got nothing good to say about this, so I better be quiet also.
Yeah, I'm getting there too. I'm getting there. Okay, I'm shutting
You
the
can save
fuck
that
up.
for the grannies. Let they can pull the granny.
Oh no, Maggie will wave her shut the fuck up stick at me, and I have to shut up when she does.
I don't have
Yeah.
a shut the fuck up stick. I just have a, I'm not gonna tell you to shut the fuck up. Just don't get my poor little young stream pulled, please.
I won't.
Thanks, China.
I'm just a fledgling.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just a wee small little channel here.
Okay. So wait. Here's your disclaimer. I am not qualified to give any medical advice or even opinions. I am not a medical professional. This is for satire only. It is only things I've heard, things that I okay, there's
You
your,
need to give that disclaimer on the granny show. See,
I give. I don't talk about this shit on the granny show.
exactly. Why are you bringing that?
Exactly.
shit up,
I think that's what he meant.
I just talked about it. I'm giving. I'm
Aw,
giving you
sounds like one of my
That's the worst
grandchildren.
one. That's the worst one. Congratulations. That's the worst soundbite.
I know.
The worst sound about
Which one, genocide?
the worst would be a dog throwing up. Because that way.
Ew.
It sounds like someone stepping on a partridge.
Oh man.
You fucker. Oh, you missed it.
Kate, I want to see a new
Self-destruct
hat.
sequence activated.
What's that?
I want to see a new hat within 5 minutes.
You got it. I'll be back. Actually, I will. I'll do it.
A new hat every 5 minutes, and it has
I'll
to be
do
on
it
top of
every
the old.
5 minutes. Yeah.
So it's like one hat, then two hats, then three hats.
I know Keith
And-
probably has a hat wall. Like
I
Moira.
literally do. I literally do. I actually sent. I sent it to CW.
It doesn't even affect you all anymore when I pee anymore.
Did it
You
come
guys
back
just
all
don't- You're
hairy?
numb to it. You're numb to Jiggy's juice now.
I sent a picture of my hat wall, Robin, to CW after he was giving me shit
I
about
think
my
I
hats.
commented that it looked like Moira's wig wall on Schitt's Creek.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jiggy, we're not paying any attention to your sound effects.
We're so immune to the. It's herd immunity, Jiggy. No, not the peeing and the baby at the same time, please.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
That's the baby
Oh my God. Now that you say it, that is a baby. I thought it sounded like a baboon fart. See, it's like a fart.
Is that an original beat?
That's pretty good.
That was good.
Wait, who played that?
You did.
I didn't play that.
Just
Play it
now.
again. John will know.
Who was playing the fucking beat?
Who knows?
Well, fuck y'all then. I was going to say it was an original
John?
beat. I just want to know if it was
You
an
always
original beat.
know.
No,
Was it
it's,
original?
it's on the soundboard of music.
Well, what a dumb question.
It was cool
to
though.
ask the
Oh,
panel.
good. Soundboard wars. Yay.
Yay!
Sergeant Chess,
I remember
Don't-
that.
You gotta
Don't-
speak up.
don't get me playing my soundboard.
Does not compute.
I have a soundboard.
My favorite
Dad?
still Billy Carson.
Your favorite is what?
Billy Carson, when you play that in Paranormal, I just love that.
Oh, wait. Where?
Oh, the intro he did for them? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Talk about being in the belly of the beast, right? Wait, where is it? Is this one?
I'm a good friend of Billy.
This is Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge, and you're listening to Paranormal Hood Live Radio. They are the paranormal voice of the hood.
The paranormal voice of the hood.
He did say it. It was him.
oh,
But he's
so,
still deadbeat. It's like
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Paranormal voice
so that
of the
that
hood.
was a paid cameo.
Yeah, I had to pay him $300,000.
Hey, what a bargain!
He bought the Rolls Royce. So that's what he had to pay him, was the Rolls Royce.
Did I get my money's worth? You guys think? What do you think? Was it a good drop?
Absolutely,
No.
absolutely. I'd do it again. Do it again.
Do it again. Hold on. She asked for it again. Hold on.
So worth it.
This is Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge, and you're listening to Paranormal Hood Live Radio. They are the paranormal voice of the hood.
That alone just made your money back.
I can see Jiggy with a gun to his head. You know?
Say that shit, motherfucker. You gonna do this motherfucking drop. All right? Do the drop.
Paranormal
Yeah,
voice
the
of the hood.
paranormal
Do the
voice
drop.
of the hood.
You better say it like you motherfucker.
Like
Say it
this.
with the chest. Say it with the chest, motherfucker. Come on. Listen, hold on. I got look, listen to this one.
This is Nick Groff, and I'm chilling in the paranormal hood with Jiggy and the hoodies.
Nick
Ooh, the
Roth,
hoodies.
that's my boy. See, he know. He know. At least he knew we were hoodies. See how he said
did
that.
it with enthusiasm.
See, that's
Yeah.
like, that's they were both my friends because Billy was my friend at some point, but Nick is my friend. See how he said that with some enthusiasm? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? These are my boys. Like, these are my homies.
Yeah, even knew the
Billy's just like,
vernacular.
they're the paranormal hood voice of the hood.
You know, yeah, they're paranormal, and I know them, and they're in the hood. Yeah,
They have achieved success I will never know.
See, look, here you go. Look at
Sab Soul, the Black Lit Pastor, the Psychedelic Savage.
Not hit her.
You know, chilling in the paranormal hood.
Oh,
that's Ab
I like
Soul.
that one.
Sultry. That was
Yeah,
Absol.
I
That's
like
Ab
that
Soul.
one.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Holy
yo,
shit!
I have actually a dope fucking interview with him. A dope. I smoked some blunts with this dude, and we were telling we talked for a good hour. And I don't
like
know. It
Absol.
should be on my page somewhere. I don't know if it's on this page, but there's an interview with him. And you don't even the shit that was off camera, but we had a deep conversation, dope conversation.
That's awesome. You know, the way I got into him was for one of my freelance gigs. I actually editorialize and proofread lyrics for iTunes.
Oh,
And I had one of his albums, so I was like literally reading and editing his lyrics and going, "Shit, dude, this guy is fucking good."
yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Some of the people I encountered like this during that period of time too. I was doing security at a sneaker store here in Boston, around the Boston area, and they would always have. I mean, Nipsey Hussle came through there, The Game,
oh,
The
R.I.P.
Locks, like a whole lot of just Kendrick Lamar. All these different people actually passed through this place during the time, so it was actually pretty cool to talk to all them. And a lot of them I would talk to about the ghost stuff. And some of them were really into it, like Kid Ink, like so many different artists. And other ones were just like, yo, I'm not fucking with you at all. Like, yo, I ain't got nothing to
Yeah.
say. Like, leave me alone with that shit, man. I'm good. Like, that shit scares the fuck out of me. So
I
you'd be
think there's a-
surprised. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think there's a large correlation to the paranormal and artistry for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
One way or the other, they're gonna. I mean, you can connect with them on so many different levels and personal levels of stories that they've had. That it's just not always like when you lead with it. A lot of people, when you say paranormal, like I had to explain to people why it's like paranormal hood. They're like, well, you call it paranormal hood, but you chase ghosts. I was like, well, I don't just chase ghosts necessarily. That's what you think I do.
God.
Like, you know, the paranormal circumferences everything because none of this shit is normal. So when
Right.
you say that to people, and especially artists, in some case, you know, you start talking to them, and they're like, "Well, now that you put it that way, there was this one time, or my grandmama, or my mama, or whatever, had this would do this or do that." So you start to get into these deep conversations with these people. And who was it? What the fuck is the DJ's name? He was 50 Cent's DJ. The fuck is the guy's name? Fuck, I can't-
25 cents.
No. Somebody Google 50 Cent's DJ. For some reason I can see his face,
Okay.
but I can't fucking picture his name. But Who Kid, DJ Who Kid is his name, I believe. Yeah, Who Kid. So I interviewed him at the same
Yeah, Who
place
Kid.
too, and he was telling me crazy stories of like he was in some country, and the way he was telling the story was, and I have that should be actually on the page too, that he was with this chick, and he's like, you know, I'm with this white chick, and all of a sudden we're in this room, and she starts freaking out and just runs outside, talking about she's possessed by spirits, and people are looking at us like we're crazy and shit, you know. So they tell there's a lot of stories to, you know, their tours and the different things they encounter on tours and stuff, and I get to hear some of those stories over the years, and there's some insane shit, but some of
Boy,
them will not
does it-
turn on camera.
Does it always include a crazy white chick?
Well, I don't know. No, there's been all kinds of different things. You know,
I'm kidding you.
but a lot of it is usually like, especially when you talk like these rap artists and stuff, and people who like raised in like what you call the hood.
That's what I
Their
was gonna
stories,
say, yeah.
their stories. A lot of them are about the stuff that their like grandparents would do, and their ancestors would do, like their great grandmothers or whatever. And they would see them kind of do things around the house that was kind of considered spiritual, but they practiced one art at home but then they still went to church. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Oh,
almost
yeah.
like the church. The
yeah.
church was the cover for religion, but in
That's what they
actuality,
did
there was
with voodoo.
well, that's
My-
what they did with
Yeah.
everything. That's what they did with
Yeah.
Santeria. If you look
My-
at the history of
Santeria, for
Santeria,
sure.
that's absolutely like how Santeria was. They hid it within Catholicism.
Yeah, they used the saints and everything to make it
Catholicism,
look like
yeah.
they were praying.
My great great Grammy was a staunch Catholic. Her people came from Ireland, staunch Catholic, but every time it thundered and lightning, everything would stop and she would jump into her feather bed because the
Oh, yeah.
feather bed would protect her.
Even
And
atheists beg, for forgiveness when they're, when they're like at the end of their rope. you know?
Well, that's what they say. Everybody, the most people's inclination when something happens, they're like, "Oh my God." Most people, it's like, you're like, well, you don't believe in God. I know, but I just say that. I'm like, okay, I guess.
It's a cultural thing. I'm a pagan, but I still say Jesus Christ when something happens.
For sure.
Well, no
yeah.
kidding.
It's
Who else
also
do you
what
cuss? Who
Jiggy
else
was
do you
saying, like the
cuss?
socioeconomic stuff too. These are big variables.
No, I was when I was an atheist for a little while. I was almost in a car accident in the snow, and I was sliding off of, and I was like, "Can't say oh God, can't say oh God, can't say oh God."
Why not?
I was like, I stopped that. Like, I can't pray. I'm supposed to be an atheist.
Just say, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, oh shit, oh shit." Like, that's
I stopped though. I stopped before the end. I had to back up my car, and I had to go. Yeah.
Oh God! But that feeling of being out of control when the
Boy,
car
I was
was sliding.
yeah, it was only like a 10
I've been
foot drop. I would have been fine, probably, but
Oh
you know,
yeah,
I was like,
but that moment,
okay, we go.
that
Yeah, there's
moment,
something divine about what you think about too in those moments. Like I know exactly where my thoughts go when I'm,
Well, now when
those
something bad happens,
necessary.
I'm screaming in my head, Odin.
Right.
Like,
I'm
it's
thinking
like-
about Mary. I'm thinking about my dog and shit.
I'm
like,
thinking about
that's
exactly.
divine,
I'm thinking
too.
about family and shit. Like I'm not
Yeah,
thinking about
exactly.
any divine
Oh.
intervention. I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
family.
But that's
Oh,
divine
bless
as
you
well.
guys.
You know what I mean?
when I
Yeah.
think I'm ready to go, and when you're really old, you think that occasionally, okay, is this going to be when I check out? And the only thing I worry about is, oh my God, my kids are going to find that I haven't done my dishes in 3 days. Oh,
Nah.
Well, I always
Those
clear
are
my
good
head.
worries.
serious. I am serious.
Hey, at least you know the dishes will get done though.
Oh, are you kidding?
You won't
Tribute.
have to worry about it anymore. That's for sure.
Roll boy.
Yeah.
I know they'll either bring a bulldozer in here or they'll
Well,
just set a match to it.
Unless you're gonna haunt the dish rack, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'm
Wash
so
the dishes.
we're talking about we're joking about death. I love you guys so much. My children just do not appreciate my humor about death.
Listen, my mother always wants to talk to me about like plans and wills and what's getting
I
left.
know.
I'm like, listen, I
no,
don't need shit. I don't need shit. Like that's the least of my concerns. Like I don't. Yeah, nope. Listen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've
Yeah.
lost my parents. I've had those conversations. I sat at a table while one at a time we went out and picked out what we wanted.
Yeah.
And then-
Oh boy, see that's a well-adjusted family.
That's
Yeah.
how you just got to be matter of fact about it. It's
sure.
Listen,
it's
listen.
the inevitable.
Let me tell you something.
know?
I understand, but my whole thing is, if you're gonna leave me something, leave it to me. You don't need to discuss it with me. I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
not sitting here thinking about what I'm gonna be doing with this stuff after you're gone. I learned.
Oh, yeah.
I saw somebody very close to me at a young age pass away. So at a
Yeah,
very
me
young
too.
age, I learned how people are. And the people who came were never people who were around, and they were more concerned with having something to hold. I need something to remember, a picture or a handkerchief or whatever they could get their fucking hands on. They're so concerned about this shit.
Well, and
And I don't
people
get
think we're
that.
so macabre, right?
yeah.
For giving it like its due tribute, which is hilarious because for me, I had an ex-girlfriend ask me once. We were talking after years of not being together. She goes, "Are you still obsessed with death?" And I was like, "Yes, I am. We spend more of our existence dead than we do alive." And as a matter of fact,
Well, no, when you died,
but at the same
ain't
time,
happening.
it's not macabre though. Like it gives a wonderance
Well,
to
it does.
this
well,
life
for
that
you,
we're
it's
living.
not macabre, but
Yeah.
it creeps other people out. It
Fuck
really,
them.
I don't listen.
Exactly.
I am
If
so
the Giants have a
I'm
sense of
apathetic to
humor,
death.
fuck
I don't
them.
care about death. I'm so apathetic to it. I'm so used to
I
it.
don't
But
care.
Yeah.
I didn't even. But my own mortality until it got tested, I never thought about it. Like I said, I thought I was going to die at a young age, so I didn't
Yeah.
spend my life worrying about dying. I just knew I was going to die one day.
I'm not scared to die. I'm kind of scared how I die, but I'm not scared to die.
There's a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
like there's a great quote. I forget who it's from. It's like, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of the pain in dying.
But you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
That was you.
but
It was John's side.
yeah, but you know what? If it happens unexpectedly, if there is pain, it's over in a flash.
Well, that's what we hope for, right?
Well, I drove taxi for a long time, and taxis get robbed, and people get shot. And someone asks, "How you
Yeah.
going to die?" Probably get a bullet in the back of my head. Doesn't bother me. I don't see it coming. It's going to be painless. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want to be in a car accident where I'm stuck somewhere for hours, on fire or bleeding out. That would suck. But
My best
course
friend
it
at
would suck.
26 died of 2 different types of brain cancer, and like I was watching the entire evolution of it. Where he
Yeah.
called me on Thanksgiving one year and was like, I'm surviving, but now I'm addicted to painkillers.
Yes.
Like I don't know what's
You know
real
what? It's
anymore.
okay.
Like I
It's
just
okay.
want to go.
It's okay. And you know what? Morphine and fentanyl, I think, are the biggest blessing in medicine in regard to relieving pain. And
Not how I use
anxiety
them.
and
Yeah,
like-
it's to a degree.
you know,
I can understand.
Oh, there's always that. There's
Yeah,
always
to a
that.
degree.
But for a good,
But it's true. It's numbing pain. Yeah.
it's a miracle.
Even
It-
trauma and psychological stuff. That's
my
what
dad had
drug
cancer.
abuse is about.
And he was dying, and they told me, I got to the he's not going to survive. He's in too much pain. We're going to shoot him up with Dilaudid. It's going to
Yes.
lower his blood
Yes.
pressure, and he's going
Yes.
to die.
Yeah.
And I was
and
like,
it's okay.
I was
Yeah.
the first one there of the family, so I was just talking with my dad a little bit, and the doctor says, "Now let me tell you something. This is what's going to happen, but there are miracles. He might survive and pull
They
out.
always have to say that.
It's not going to happen, but there
They
are
have to
miracles.
say that.
I've seen it, but it's not going to happen. Get it out of your mind, but I want you to have an
Right.
idea if it doesn't happen."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And
Hey,
when
that
my
was a
mom
good
died-
doctor.
How this past year started, it was January, so it's been a little over a year now. But I sat and watched my grandmother pass.
Hmm.
you know?
Sorry, there you go.
And but it was beautiful. Like we're all surrounded in my birthplace and everything, and we're sitting there. And I remember her telling me all the dreams she was having. She's like, "I'm dreaming of Finland." And I was like, "Oh, that to me that sounds like you're the echo of these last thoughts that you have, maybe,
And how
So it's just really
lovely.
beautiful.
How
Yeah.
pleasant. How pleasant.
Yeah, and
for
like I was
her.
like, "Have you ever been to Finland?" She goes, "No."
Aw, isn't that
Wow.
just dear?
That's
But
pretty
she,
awesome. So that's-
a doctor kept coming back in, going, "How's she doing?" Because I guess they gave her the hero dose to pass.
Yeah.
and
Isn't that lovely?
and she kept coming in, and she kept going, "How's she doing?" Like expecting her to be gone
Checking.
already.
Checking.
Yeah, and we're like,
Oh.
"No, she's still breathing," and we're like, telling
job.
her our
My dad
things.
died, and then they
Aw.
came in to check, and he was still alive. We're like, "Oh, okay."
Whoops.
Sucks.
Whoops, needs another a little
No,
dose.
it was just, his heartbeat was just going down lower and lower, and we saw him stop breathing. So we thought, well, after 5 minutes, nope, he still has a small pulse. And then I think 10 minutes later, he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone told me, "Oh, you're so lucky to be there." And in retrospect, I think yes, I was. But at the time,
But at
I'm
the
like, "Fuck, I
time-
want my dad alive. I
Yeah,
want him to
at
be
the
alive.
time.
I don't want him to be dead. This sucks. This is one of my
Yeah,
heroes.
but what a fucking pleasant way to go. Jesus Christ.
Well,
That-
that's also
you know,
what makes this so precious. Like, I'm not of the tune to think that, our consciousness as it is for this like temporal time that we're here kind of exists on, right? Like, to me, that makes this more precious. Like this liminal space that we're all existing together, and what we do and who we are. Like, to me, it's not macabre thinking about death. It's a celebration of life.
Absolutely.
totally.
When I die, you better celebrate, y'all motherfuckers. If you're around, if I die before, y'all better party, because anything else is you're not doing me any justice.
Yeah.
Same.
Shit, nah. You're spending your money on a funeral that doesn't need to happen, on a wake. Don't give those motherfucking vultures your fucking money. Cremate me, smoke me, do whatever. Go at scatter. You know, I like to hang out, whatever I did, and keep it fucking moving.
All my people, all my personal people here in my real life already know that it's going to be a party, and you do whatever you want. You know, throw me off the California coast.
Wait, do we get invites though? Do your people know to invite your homies online? What the fuck?
I hope I have a Graham Parsons funeral where my best friend steals my body and then tries to light it on fire. And Joshua
Parsons.
I want the Viking funeral. Light my body on fire. Push me out.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go.
Shoot arrows.
Is that good for the environment though? I just want to make sure. Is a Viking funeral good for the environment though?
Probably
it used to be okay.
I mean, not any worse than what's already happening.
Boys, some of us, when one of our friends passed, you know, we have this little group of friends. One of our friends passed, and we got little samples of the ashes during the memorial, and a few of us got together and we attached a teeny bit of the ashes to a bottle rocket, and we went out and we were right at the water line, and we were all kind of just, you know, passing the pipe.
That's the way to do it. We gave a Viking funeral to an ex-girlfriend of mine's iguana, and I literally shot flaming arrows into the little, like,
all right, Oliver Queen.
Casket. Yeah.
Let me finish my story.
Sorry.
Okay, so we lit the bottle rocket. There, it was after dark. We were at the water line, and it shot up and went right in the water. And the funny thing is, our friend never learned to swim. She was the water scared the fuck out of her, and we all just kind of went silent. We looked at each other, and we walked back to our cars, and
Charlie Brown walked back to the car.
No, I used to say when I wanted to be cremated, and then I want my friends to go around with a bag and go up to people I didn't like and say, "Hey, John says hi," and then throw my ashes right in their eyes.
I love it.
Damn. Don't waste my ashes on my enemy. Like shoot them into space or something.
I mean, cremation is bad for the environment too. Yeah, that's why I'm an organ donor.
Angry young man. You know? I'm an angry old man, and I don't care.
Yeah, I'm an organ donor, a proud organ donor. If something happens to me and somebody else can use it,
donor, but I don't know. I hear they make a ton of money off that now, and you don't
do they?
Jonas, I feel like this. If we have the option to become ghosts and fuck with people, that'd be my option on the other side for a while. Like y'all better believe, like you gonna if somehow like I die and I'm gone and shit like that, and I can come fuck with y'all will know I'm fucking with you.
Oh yeah, I'm still
wait.
Okay,
I'm still in cartoons, man.
In fact, you all can get online together and sit there and compare notes, because I'm gonna make sure I fuck with all y'all the same. Well, Robin's gonna get a little bit different treatment, and definitely BGs and
you're single us out. You're culling us out of the herd.
Gummy bears being thrown off the shelf when she's at the grocery store.
Messing with your Wi-Fi connection.
KY jelly and shit will be flying all around her.
Cool Whip oozing off the walls.
Hey, listen, Robin, you better never go into a sex toy shop. Don't ever go into anything adult stores. When I die, don't do it. If I die before you, I'm telling you, don't go into a sex toy shop. Nothing adult, okay? Strap-ons, everything will be hitting you. Shit will just be coming off the shelf left and right.
You get the DW.
You're gonna have a flashlight stuck to your hand. You're not even gonna know what it is.
I'm crying.
You're gonna wake up and it's gonna be like attached to your hands.
Oh, Spooky, you too.
Hey, Spooky,
don't get it twisted too. I'm sorry.
Am I gonna wake up with dick hands?
No, I'm
gonna happen.
No, you have that long hair. You're gonna wake up. Your hair's gonna be really wet. You're not gonna know why. You're gonna be thinking I peed on your hair, but really I'm just gonna get water as a ghost and put water on you. But you're gonna think that I came and peed in your hair.
I love Jiggy. These are after doing Paranormal Hood for how many years? This is what he knows.
That's like the most common thing he ever encountered.
The worst what?
Just the most common thing you encountered doing Paranormal Hood was just peeing.
Yes, exactly. Just peeing everywhere.
Well, I have a sex toy story.
From when though? Because you said you ain't. Wait, hold on. You haven't, because you said you haven't taken it out for walk. And how long? Like 30 years or some shit? 20 years?
Yeah, I told you I hadn't seen a dick in 30 years.
Oh,
That's
but you have.
all I
Oh, but
told
you've seen some toys in those 30 years, is what you're saying.
That's the story.
You can Google those.
That's the story I have.
Oh, you say you can Google it so she know what they look like.
Yeah, you can Google those.
Robin, anybody ever send you a dick pic?
Never.
Never? No one's ever sent you a dick pic?
Never. And I've complained about it for years.
Aww.
Never.
Why
Never.
do you think Keats just
But
went?
do you want to hear
Hey,
my
look what
sex?
Keith is doing now.
Brandon Young's on it. He's probably listening in the background.
Or Mario.
CW Chanta, you're up.
And any story you have, Brandon has done it first. Yeah. Do you want to hear my sex toy shop story?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please. Proceed.
Okay.
Hey, Keats is back. Robin,
Hi,
you should be getting a picture any second.
Keith, is that a different hat?
It is a different hat.
I made a promise.
You're not wearing a hat on a hat though.
No, why would I do that? No one does that, Spooky. Get real.
They do in the Philippines. They pile hat after hat after hat. You could do that.
Are you going to tell us about the goddamn sex toy?
Yeah, what's up with the Brandon Young sex toy story? Sorry, I'm
No, it's
late.
my sex toy shop story.
The Brandon Young was there?
Oh, okay.
Did he work there?
Okay, picture
Was
this.
Did you buy him? Is that...
Was he the sex toy?
No, he was probably holding the camera.
Was it a young Jason Quick?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, cool.
Okay, here goes. Okay, picture this.
That means yes.
Hollywood Boulevard, the Pleasure Chest. Okay?
What year?
Okay.
No, my wife just got
It was
excited.
1812. They just opened the shop. It was in the back alley. You had to go through the back alley to get in there because they weren't allowed to have it in the front of the shop.
You had to be careful because the dildos.
I'm buttoning up. I'm buttoning up for this one.
It was a time of war.
Yeah,
the colonies
says
were
you-
fighting
yeah,
France for the Newfoundland.
Tell Jiggy to do the same damn thing, Keith. Oh, okay, so anyway, I go. Oh, it was 2002. All right, 2002.
Was that
I
BC or before Christ or after death? Now, which 2002? I just want to make sure we understand this.
Well, you'll catch the Easter eggs as I go along with my story.
Oh,
And then
there's
you'll be
Easter
able to
eggs.
figure
Literal.
out,
Eggs from
you
Easter.
have to decipher it. Okay, so I go to the pleasure chest with my friend because we're getting all these really funny things for the top of a person's birthday cake and the party favors and stuff. So we went into the pleasure chest to find little things, pencil erasers shaped like little pins and little tiny vag magnets. Yeah. Anyway, for this party, because it was like a joke thing we were going to do. So we're in the pleasure chest and I'm going up and down one aisle and my friend is going down the other aisle. And suddenly she hits pay dirt and she finds all these little miniature sexual things. And she says, "Robin, I found it." And I went running over there. And I said, "Don't you say my name in this store." I was so humiliated. She shouted. The store went silent when she called. We're two old ladies in this store and she shouts out my name. Okay, so that's the end of my
You got embarrassed in the adult store?
when she
Robin,
yelled out my
Robin.
name, everybody went silent.
okay.
Robin, I could probably share the picture. I'm sure it's on my Facebook page. It is a picture of my 40th birthday cake, and it was a big old fat black pussy on top of the cake.
See, there are themed parties.
Moist.
And sometimes your participants contribute to the theme of the party. And so that's how I wound up in the pleasure chest.
With a weird rhubarb filling.
But she thought that, because it wasn't like she said your whole name, she just said Robin and shit, and you were like, "Oh my god, she said my name!" Like people were gonna track down. What did you think was gonna happen? Did you think someone's gonna follow you home and shit, show up at your door with a dildo or something, and be like, "Hey, I saw you at that nasty store.
I know your name,
baby. You must be a horn dog, baby. What's up? You
down.
love it?"
Catch you.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, got you.
It was the fact that we were two old ladies in this store and she shouts out my name and then you can hear me running because I'm wearing old lady Reeboks and I'm running down the aisle and around the corner and everything goes silent. It was that thing.
I do have a question. Am I the only person that's been in a sex store that's gotten into a lightsaber fight with the dildos?
Yes.
No,
I think so.
Okay.
absolutely not. No.
No, because I wound up doing that during
You
that
got
sport.
kicked
There's
out
been
of
a lot
store
of
for doing that.
schlong.
You can see that there are some really big ones in there. Have you seen those big, long, double-ended ones? Holy, yeah, you can do a lightsaber battle. I've seen them.
Darth Maul.
Man, you can spin a plate on those damn things. They're those.
Hey, have you ever took a spin on? I mean, never mind.
Bump. Boy, I am your perfect straight man, Jiggy.
You think so?
Kind of straight up. No, you guys both have. You guys both play both roles. It works.
Listen, you ever been in the old school?
You okay, Dan?
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Who's been in the peep booth before?
Awkward silence.
Who's ever ask the question again?
The peeping booth, like you step in and
in
like
San
you
Francisco.
put some money in, the shit goes up, and then the woman
San Francisco Ocean Beach. Yeah.
Seattle, the lusty lady.
There's a guy. There's an artist named Bill Callahan who's in a band who does a band called Smog, and he was dating one of the peep booth girls, in San Francisco and North Beach or whatever, and like it was so awkward because we knew him. And like we drunkenly stumble in there and be like, "That's somebody's girlfriend. This doesn't feel good."
Well, I got kicked out of a strip club because my buddy's girlfriend worked there, and she came up and did a rotation, and we were like, we didn't know she was a stripper. And then the manager came, and we got our money back. We got our money for our drinks back, and we were asked to leave.
Oh my
then
god!
On the ferry ride back, she was on the ferry, and she goes, "Could you please not tell anybody?" And we were like, yeah, not a problem. And she didn't get outed by us, but she got out like 2 years later.
I've dated strippers before. Strippers are fucking awesome.
Oh,
you get a lot of free
friend
shit.
and I, he just broke up with his girlfriend. This is a few years ago. This was Christmas Day. Just broken up with his girlfriend, just shit faced at home alone. And I was like the instigator. I was like, "No, fuck this. We're gonna have a crazy weird day." And we went to a place called the Boom Boom Room. Got kicked out of there. Went to another strip club, got kicked out of there. And I was just playing dice and shit with the bartenders, and I'd see my friend being let out. You know, by the ear. I'm like, "All right, well, nice to meet you. We're gonna hit another one." You know. So yeah. I mean, in Portland,
pretty wild.
In Portland, there are just as many churches and strip clubs per capita.
Yeah, they're known.
So it's equal. The ratio is equal.
It's equal, and it's you know, it's
Go
an
get
art
your
there.
sin on and then go repent.
You go get your steak.
I've always done that.
Convenient.
Yeah, go
I
do some
wonder-
wild shit and then ask for forgiveness.
Forgive me,
you know?
Father, if I have sinned. I was just over there watching Shorty drop it like it's hot. And yeah, there is checks in the champagne room. So I thought I'd come and tell you because most likely I'm going to be back there tomorrow spending my paycheck. All right. So
And
thank
yes,
you,
I got
Father.
mad when Kid Rock came on the playlist.
Kid Rock, fucking fraud.
Save me.
Kid
Save
Rock's
me,
a
Father.
fraud. He's a fraud.
He is.
Well, I know what song they played at every strip club. Pour some sugar
didn't-
on me.
Didn't Kid Rock have that little?
You know
teeny
you've made it when
tiny
they play
guy?
you in strip clubs.
Remember the tiny guy who appeared with Kid Rock? Remember that way back? And that
Mini-Me?
little tiny guy got
Oh, God,
so
what was
much.
his name?
Oh, that
Got
was
so
CW.
Bam.
Wait, has anyone seen Spooky? Have you shown your Wolverine little GIF thing with CW?
Should
It
I?
makes me cry laughing.
Should I?
You
Should I do
should.
it?
You
Okay.
should.
Oh, and Stina actually sent me the video that fucking the rapper dude that went at her. She actually the video does exist. It's just private, but I knew it existed. His name.
I haven't seen that.
I'm going to show it. I just don't feel like maybe I'll.
Oh, P Max or whatever.
Yeah, no, not P Max. This guy's name's like Hides the Official or some shit.
Mm.
I'll
Oh,
play
I
it.
think
Maybe
it's-
You guys will remember it if you've watched Stina's video. You'll remember when I get to show it. I just made sure I want to make sure she doesn't care about me showing it, but she did send it to me. So because I just find this hilarious, and I went back and watched the video again, and it's even funnier watching it like the 5th time
Wait,
over now.
no way is Peter North in the
Peter
chat
North.
right now. There's
Dude.
no way that's Peter North.
He's a friend of mine's hero.
Hologram.
I have a friend that had a
over my
6-hour
I
video.
got so excited because Peter
I
North.
forgot to do the audio. Wait a minute.
Not like that excited. You know what I mean? But
Well, Peter North wouldn't be that excited. Does he be twice as excited for you?
yes, thank you. That's. I mean, like he's
And apparently,
royalty.
he apparently likes it here too because he's been here before.
Yep.
Peter North.
Yeah, well, this guy, whoever this
Hi,
guy
good
is,
looking
yeah,
honky.
he's been here before.
Good looking honky with the Johnny Depp icon.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
good looking honky.
That's Johnny
I-
Depp.
No, not Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane. Come on,
Oh,
Peter
okay.
North is like
Okay.
everywhere. He would use his own face.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who's
Is Peter
this
North
guy?
is Peter North the guy from Law and Order or some shit?
No, he's an
No,
old.
that's Dick Wolf.
porn star.
He's a what?
He's known
I'm not
for his,
lying.
he's known for his load.
Oh,
Very much
No,
so.
Peter
Yeah.
North was
You
like
get-
a
should be fixed
huge
now.
'90s porn star. Yeah,
Oh.
he was
porn
he,
star.
he
One of
came
my friends
everywhere.
loved Peter North. He
Came
had-
everywhere.
I told you guys, the only porn I've really ever watched is my own.
Oh.
Yeah, we're like laughing. Wait,
so do you have a link or what?
To my own porn?
I'm
Is
sharing
it
the
No,
screen.
no, ma'am.
There's
You'd have
not.
to star in it to see it.
Hands only.
I am going to surmise that good-looking honky is none other than Muncher himself, Brandon Young.
Oh.
Oh,
I think you're right.
okay, you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I'm calling it out.
I'm something in it.
Cards on the table. Come.
Iggy, can you
on
accept
table.
the screen
Oh, I'm
share?
sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, just do this.
I hope the audio works.
This is so good.
Oh,
I
this
guess you'd
is
have
funny.
to be a fan of the '90s X-Men.
I don't hear it though.
Ah,
The 90s X-Men had a really tiny package. You notice?
No, what
No.
the fuck? Who-
He was a grower, not a shower.
Okay,
In
look at
fact,
cartoon packages and
No,
shit.
we did not
There's no
notice.
package. Well, I did. I'm not
Did
the
you look
only-
at Fred Flintstone's hands to see if he had big hands and big feet?
That's
to
an
survive with?
adamantium package,
Well-
Robin. I don't think it needs to be
An
big.
Animentium. So you mean unrealistic?
What do you mean
Yeah.
unreal? Well, you're talking about a cartoon character anyway, so how unrealistic is all this shit get? You're
Well,
worried
you
about the
guys
dick
are-
size on a
you
cartoon
guys are-
character. You thought the
guys talk
what did you
about-
want Wolverine to be hung and shit so kids could be staring at his penis like you were? It's a fucking cartoon.
Spooky,
Well, yeah,
bravo,
shit,
by the way.
fuck,
That was
Thank
my
you.
shit.
It was totally
I made that on my phone. You know how? I went on Facebook. I took that original meme, turned it 3D on Facebook, and then screen recorded with it moving,
That's cool.
and then
Look at
I
that.
just made a video. It took me 3 minutes.
That's so smart, though.
I wish I knew how to do all that
But
stuff.
Me too.
Spooky. Let's not network during.
Oh, no,
with
sorry,
CW,
sorry, no networking.
during
Oh,
this Jiggy stream.
hey, you know what? It's allowed on Jiggy's channel. He lets me network here.
No, it's
so
not,
go for
Robin.
it.
Robin, nobody can
networking.
stop you. Anyways, Robin, you just you're all in. You're like no matter what. Every now and then, like don't forget grannies.
I don't think any of you have ever heard me yell. That
Why
was
would
strange.
No one's
Your
ever
mic is
heard me
hot.
yell. You don't want to
I'd
hear
like
me
to
yell.
hear, I'd like to hear you yell.
No, you don't.
Oh,
you
you,
okay.
you don't want to hear
Hi!
me. No.
I cleared out clubs for years. Trust me. Like no. Mm-mm.
Without a
I-
microphone.
Hey, I
So-
have cleared out a living room full of 14-year-olds with my semi-yell. Don't
I
That's
come from
easy.
a long line of go get.
I wish it was that simple.
Yeah, that's where I come from. So I still use that with my dog.
There's a skeeter in the house again.
But
I'm
you know,
a
then-
whistler. I'm a whistler. I used to get people didn't like the fact like my nieces and nephews and like I would whistle. And they knew to come, and people are like, well, they're not dogs. I'm like, no, but no matter where we're at in a big ass store, no matter where they're at, I have a certain whistle. They all know where to find me.
Yep, same with
Oh,
me. I use my
man.
concert whistle.
all those
Jill,
little
I did
things.
not see the end of CW stream. I was just annoyed, so I left. I don't know why.
Yeah, he did say overreacted.
Yeah, he kind of realized because we all started having to go at Steven, so he kind of realized that.
Yeah,
Like,
I went after Steven that time. I just I'm tired of it. You're doing it for attention, CW.
Well, what
It's
sucks,
obvious.
Jonathan, too, is Steven. I reached out to Steven. It's what I said on to Jill on a Jiggy stream because I felt bad. I had some anecdote about quitting drugs and alcohol that I think was misinterpreted. So I messaged that to Steven going, hey, I think I was misread. That's not what I meant. And so we were talking a little bit before that CW stream, and he had listened to my music and just kept bringing it up in the stream.
What is your
even though
music
I
going
told him,
Wait, who kept bringing up your music?
Stephen Ronan, and like I think it was good natured. Like he felt like we had a little camaraderie sesh, before, but he kept bringing it up and was like, dude, just leave it alone. Like, and then CW got weird. He's like, networking my stream is so disrespectful. I was like, what?
He gets like that. He gets like that.
You have side conversations and streams. You have side conversations. I
know. I was like, what?
But it's okay for him to go to others' streams and say, hey, you're doing my bit. I mean, so it's like a double-edged thing there with him.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it was. So I was just like, well, screw this. I was having a weird day to begin with. But it's cool. I built forts with Mary, and, we built forts
awesome, by the way.
in the living room.
What did you say, Jiggy?
I said CW. I'm just here for the comments and the memes.
Yes, disclaimer. Disclaimer.
So,
right,
Jill just
Well,
pointed
I don't
out
mean
in the chat
anything
something
bad
I
about it.
forgot.
It's just an observation.
Like at the end of CW stream, Steven got quite nasty towards V, which was pretty unpleasant.
Well, that's because he did that, and I was like, wait, she's ignoring you because you're being. He ignored me. I pointed that out. I'm wondering if he was high. I hate to say it.
Hey.
Does not compute.
Something else.
Well, he admits it that he still uses. So
Hold on.
Steven.
I don't know the dude you're talking about, so I don't really want to be him get shit kicked here either, though, because I don't know him.
Who are you talking about, sweetheart?
Let's just talk about his behavior last night only.
Oh, Steven.
Well, I just think I'm just saying
Steven,
I don't know the guy, so I don't want him to get beat up here. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not beating him up.
No, but I'm saying, but it's going down.
But that's real personal.
I don't know the guy, so I just don't want him to get bashed.
And I thought you were talking about CW at first, but you weren't.
No.
But no, CW is only just being passionate right now. Perhaps I missed his stream,
CW is who he is. You either take it or leave it, like everybody.
CW's credit, like this person is an agitator in the chats. So I get why CW was immediately angry, but the way he handled it was just like ridiculous. It was like, what are you doing?
Have you met him?
Exactly.
I mean, yes.
How long have you been following him? Like,
I've been more of like I've been on streams longer or like quicker than I've known him or his things. Because I'm a big fan of the music talk and the creativity talk, and the reason why I liked CW to begin with was his comments about Ascension programs. Like I was like, yes, absolutely. And coming from like an occult sphere, I was like, yeah, you have all the books. This is ridiculous. Don't give people money,
for shit that's free on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I came into him, but. I
love the nostalgia loop. I think that is brilliant.
Yeah, I think he's on something there.
I was like, man,
it's already been done, you all.
Yeah.
20 years ago, they were on street corners talking about the loop. This is the new
CW was leading the charge.
The loop is nigh. On their signs.
It's just sort of regurgitating news that's already been out there. So you can't fault him. Sometimes he runs out of topics to bring on YouTube.
Well,
so
and to his credit, though, like this generation is a generation of regurgitation. Like it really is. It's very fucking annoying. Like
What?
people making their business and their money, through straight up regurgitation.
It's already been thought of before, over
Well,
and
but
over
I don't
and
agree
over.
with the whole everything's been thought of before, but I do agree with his, assessment that popular culture is just recycled IP trash.
Yep. References have become currency.
So because I've been through so many cycles in my life, I don't keep up with CW a whole lot. And I've told him this, and we're friends. And then we weren't friends, and then we were friends, and now we're friends. I think we're friends. Yeah, he was on my show, so now we're friends. But I can't keep up. Sometimes he talks about stuff I don't know what he's talking about. But his chats are a hoot. When I have dropped in, his chats are like a whole other show. That's a hoot.
Well, and I love that
Spooky.
too, because
that's me.
Spooky,
I'm a
can
child
you
of.
Can you put together some CW clips and we can do reaction clips to some
No.
of CW's best?
Oh no!
Why are you making me go watch more CW than everyone else?
Because clearly,
Well, come on, let's be fair, Spooky. I think you're one of the front
that would
runners.
be excruciating because
What you trying to say, Keith?
editors have to go through tons of footage.
We don't need much. I didn't say like make a fucking hour-long clip. Just a short, quick clip. If it's no pressure, just asking. If I could do it, I would do it.
In fact, I did clip the other day. You know when he poured water over his head?
No, I didn't even
When
see that. See?
he got really mad. He got really mad and
that.
poured water over his head. I clipped that. I didn't do anything with it though. CW though.
Keep up. Come on, Mustard. Catch up.
We spent the whole show like irritating him, but like it was a funny. It wasn't like last night where it was awkward. It was just a funny show. And then in the end, he just like poured water on his head. It was funny.
We put some Benny Hill music behind.
Boy, I'm making a note to pour water over my head.
Oh, good
sometime.
luck. Yeah, but do it.
What
No, you
difference
need
does
to
it
do it
make?
more
You
like
don't
Flash
see it.
dance. Do it the Jennifer Beal style.
Oh, I
okay?
know, with the whole torso.
Right, yeah. Throw
where
your
it's
head back and everything. Let the hair, let it get all in your face and in your mouth. Make sure you spit it out so like a
Well,
fountain.
and the fucked up thing is too, like in the chat, I was joking with Steven. I was like, "Stop bringing me up." Like, I do think it's funny for CW to like review my music and shit on it. That's just like the masochist that I am. Like, I think that's great, but he didn't. CW went for like, I've seen pictures of him, and he's got a bunch of hats. I think I know what he sounds like. I was like, what, dude?
Yeah, it was a bit of a
Now keep in mind, he's an artist and he's sensitive about his shit.
Well,
now
straight up.
the 2 hours of him play with a delay pedal.
I know. I don't even get me started on the noise music stuff.
Oh
but,
Lord.
But anyways, it was just an off like stream, and I just felt roped into something. Like, I appreciated where Stephen Ronan was coming from.
Stop
in the
saying that
beginning,
name.
Because he. Well, I'm saying it because I thought he was being sweet in the beginning, and then it just went.
It
to
did
shit.
feel like he realized what had happened, and then he just realized that he could continue doing it.
Can I interrupt?
Okay. No.
Thanks. Okay, you guys. This was sort of degenerated into a ladies' tea where we all gossip. Blanche. No, I'm more of a Dorothy. You're always too late. I love you too. Too late.
No more babies.
Too late.
Please.
Those are goat farts.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
No, not the self-destruct.
Well, you can't say a damn fucking thing in a room.
I'm a fire in my laser.
I've heard that one in so long.
That's a good one.
Leroy
At least I got chicken.
That will always be gamers.
Anyway, Robin, what were you saying?
I don't know. I what
It's the full fucking.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Mom?
Son?
Grandma.
There is a secret song at the center of the world, and its sound is like razors through flesh.
They're here.
Ooh, I like the beat.
Go ahead, Robin. You can speak.
Liar.
You're never going to beat me at these wars. In the day and age of Corey Good and David Wilcock, two men selling you bullshit 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. A year. How much money are you willing to pay for those fucking clowns to continue to sell you the long, hard card? Do this for
And your,
days.
and your point is?
What?
I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
It's taking a dark turn now, right? All this ominous music and
A
stuff.
fought turn.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, that reminds me of Vincent Price. Do you have Hall of the Mountain King?
Holy
fuck
shit.
is this, on demand and shit?
Oh, Rob.
Yeah. I thought it was by request. I put my
Rainbow.
quarter in.
Mask of Red Death.
I
could
want
live without
I
hearing
want
that for the rest of my
Hall of
life.
the Mountain King.
Well, you
Then
better
I
play.
want.
You better
I
play
want
that
my,
shit.
I want my quarter back. If you're.
Jesus.
Oh.
Some of us are wearing headphones, Jiggy.
All right. I'm wearing headphones too. You do realize that, right? See? So I hear the same thing you hear.
Oh.
There is a secret song.
I'm just turning my earphones down.
I order you to kill her.
Oops, sorry, Robin. Don't be scared.
What was that from?
Huh?
What was that one from?
When we come to see the teddy bear,
That's fucking creepy.
That's my favorite one.
Of course it is.
Then we will kill you.
Oh my god.
That's not so bad. It reminds me of the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland.
The Jill said I was waiting for Friday the 13th. The
I had that. There's so many of these things. I just have to scroll through all of them. I don't even have all the downloads on here.
Red Ram. Red Ram.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh.
Murder.
Oh, I thought that was a sample, but it was genocide going.
What's your name, man?
Red Ram.
Mr. Torrance.
No,
Creepy
or
as fuck.
here's Johnny.
Oh yeah, which is a direct correlation to the Tonight Show.
The scariest thing in that movie was is the chick's name Shelley? What's the Duvall?
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, she's the scariest shit in that fucking movie.
Well, because she was lambasted and put to hell by Stanley Kubrick.
She was scary in that movie. She was scary as olive oil in Popeye.
Jack a dull boy.
Olive oil.
But have you heard the Wendy theory about The Shining?
The what?
There's a theory. It's called the Wendy theory.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Pearson
And
theory.
there's
I think it was Jimmy Pearson shared it, and he it was you could tell the stuff was different. Like it showed like Jack, and there'd be a table behind him, and then she walked in and you could see Jack
all
and the table
those
be gone.
scenes.
It was all a delusion. Everything that happened was turned on was her own
Yeah,
delusion.
it was all in her
It
imagination.
totally
Well,
fixed
no,
the
I
movie
mean-
for me.
I guess the whole point was that it was all his delusion, though.
No, it was her delusion.
Her delusion.
Nah, I don't believe that theory for a
Oh
second.
no, you gotta go. You gotta go watch it.
That makes
Watch
sense to me. Where she externalizes her like trauma, and then it comes for her at the end, right?
Yeah, for sure. But he was also the whole background and setup of the Kubrick movie, not the Shining book, was an abusive parent struggling with alcoholism.
Do you?
And-
How much do you know about
Watch the Wendy theory.
Kubrick? Do you know how
I know a lot
clever
about
he is?
Kubrick.
Do you?
Yeah.
Me too. And he will give you.
Don't
that-
give me this moon landing shit.
Okay,
I'll
Jay
walk right
Weidner.
out.
Sorry.
What?
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
What moon landing shit?
That was appropriately timed. I'll give you that one, Jake.
Thank you. Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you.
pretty good.
I will find you.
That wasn't even me.
Gary Weidner.
Wasn't even me.
Took the wind out of my sail. Oh, I can't get a word in edgewise. Fucker.
God, that one.
I
Don't
know.
do the screaming one. That hurts.
I'm wearing headphones too.
We do this all day. Oh, sorry, that was outside. Sorry, I don't know what the hell's going on outside. Oh shit.
No, that was here.
Yeah,
My
just going
mic's
through the windows.
right outside my dining room.
That's outside your dining room? Where do you live?
That is my dining room.
Anyways, what I was going to say about the powerful composure of Wendy in The Shining is that she's a reactionary character. And she is a survivor. You take that all away as her as a manifester, it doesn't read as well.
She
I thought it did.
she's not a survivor because it was all in her head.
Well, that's what you're saying. Yeah, that I don't agree with that. Yeah.
She survived her own head.
You have to watch the thing, Pete. If you want to, you don't have to.
I'll watch it.
You don't have.
You know,
watch
people have
it.
been dissecting
and
that
let-
film for
let-
decades.
no, this is a recent one. Let's meet up later. After,
Oh, genius of Kubrick.
let's meet after you watch that, Pete.
It makes me.
Okay.
Yeah, I really attuned to the fact that she, as a trauma-based story, that she's a survivor and not the manifester.
See, I read the book first, and then I saw the movie, and
Oh,
then
you can't compare them.
no, but then
She met him. She met him at a diner one day too. And, yeah.
Well, the movie came on TV. It was on commercials before it came to the theater. As a kid, I was like 9 years old. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
I mean, just the
70 millimeter.
Just riding this tricycle and running into the maze. That traumatized me as a kid. So when I was like 11 or 12 and I saw the movie, I loved it.
Well, that's why, I think it's ripping away her being the hero because she is essentially, because it's her offspring and it's a trauma-based person that's putting her through the madness. It's because of his job that they're at the hotel to begin with.
Yeah.
So,
but there's
it
makes it to me it makes Kubrick that much more brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and,
love this. I love the theories.
There's a story about exactly how they landed at the hotel too. So it's an eye opener. I grew up with this. Well, no, I was already an adult when I first read the book. But okay, Keith, let's meet up after you watch the analysis. Okay.
Well, that's a great point too, Affluent, for you. Like, there's a lot of POV of Jack's, hallucinations. Like, it's POV of his. Like, why would she be fielding those or projecting those?
But it answers questions. It answers who let Jack out of the freezer.
Well, that's the fucked up thing. That's where The Shining comes in, and Scatman Crothers and all that. It's because it's a haunted mansion story. In a way.
Yeah, Scatman Crothers' role was explained as well.
He was also Jazz on the Transformers.
Yeah,
yeah, he was Jazz. The Transformers cartoon. He was Jazz. If you go back and listen to it,
I'm totally willing to investigate that.
Oh, I'm right. Jiggy's
no,
right.
I'm saying for Robin.
Oh,
I'm totally willing to investigate that theory. Yeah,
well, cool.
I dig that, and that's good art. That's why art is so fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
I know.
Yep.
Art stimulates conversation. I love art. I love it.
All right, listen. I'm going to eat something.
Yeah, God, me too.
Okay.
It's 4:00. I haven't even had lunch yet. Okay, so
It's 7 o'clock. I got to eat some dinner, but I'll probably, after I eat and do a couple things, I may come
think
back
Steve
on.
Cambion said he was having a panel tonight. So
Oh shit, spooky! Let's raid.
Oh, Steven. Oh, really?
I feel bad. He sent me a bunch of beats, and I still have to make music to them. But
I
I've just
haven't
been
rated-
busy.
At least he hasn't sent you lyrics.
I know, Jonathan. I know, Jonathan.
Don't get your
sent me
panties
some
all in a
great lyrics,
bunch.
And I wrote a little song to it. Just haven't gotten around to recording it.
That's fine, man.
But Jonathan, it's on.
All right,
on.
Jiggy's going to eat though, so I'll pick this back up later at some point.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to make a 5-layer dip.
Well,
that
get,
sounds good.
Get to it. You're not
Sounds
sharing, so I don't want to
delicious.
hear about what you're having. Okay. You're not sharing that with nobody.
I'll publish a picture on Twitter.
All right,
Huh?
well, you twat it out so we can see it.
I'll twat it out.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, my 5-layer dip.
All right. We'll pick it up later, y'all.
I love every
Later,
single
everyone.
one of
It's been
you.
fun.
God, it has been
Later.
jolly good fun. Thank you all.
See you on the other side.
I'm saluting.
Yes. Salatin.
Salatin.
You Salatin?
Salanta.
Patootin.
Hold on. I leave you with this.
Jiggy juice. We are
By the way,
All of
get
you.
out of here.
toasting
Okay.
with jiggy juice.
All right, enjoy the juice.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Get out.
Salute. Okay, bye. I'm out of
Take yourselves out. No, y'all hang up. All right. We'll pick this up later, y'all. But until then, have fun.